That's why.
I knew it would make me pay to do that.
I like your sound effects.
We got live chat in this motherfucker right here. We on YouTube live right now. Let's see.
I guess that video is too long. It won't let me actually put it on there. Do you have one of the short clips that I can throw up?
Yeah. I'll just edit it down. I mean, how long you need? Like,
it doesn't specify. I'm going to guess about 30 seconds.
Well, hell, that was 37 seconds. Let's see. Let's try this. Save it as a new clip. People, it will get better. I just got to get everything working here.
Yeah, this is kind of a rough draft.
This is a rough draft, people. Like, bear with us. We wasn't ready. It's my first live show. So if you got time, you got time. If you don't, just come back in a minute. It should get spicy. But
excuse the video quality as well, because this is not the camera that we wanted to use. Right. It just so happened that this is what we're going to have to use tonight.
Try that there. I think the video quality is decent.
I mean,
they're not seeing the background stuff, are they? Though they're just seeing what's on the camera. You know.
No, yeah, they see that whole like black box.
Yeah,
they see all that.
Yeah. Unfortunately. So the next thing is we need to.
Still won't let me go. Still won't let me do it.
What the hell, man?
I don't know. I say screw it. We just roll with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You just want to. Yeah.
Are you able to put text on there that says why an overlay?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Just put at the bottom like why was Joe exposed? I mean, don't it have that where you can edit it real quick, like the classic manual? Can you add another one? Just put it right after the M. Chandler show. Just put why was Joe exposed right after that. Just hit a dash. Why was Joe exposed?
That's the display name. I can change the display name.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, maybe I'm not.
I don't care.
Oh, wait.
That's funny.
Can you still hear Joe?
Yeah, I still hear.
Joe, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, bullshit. You ain't ready. What? I mean, you gonna be able to deal with consequences of this? What's the consequences of this? I'm telling you, not your ex. I'm just talking about like dealing with the consequences of finding a woman. Now they're gonna think you're, depending on how this goes, you're either gonna be a bad guy or a good guy, or
they're gonna think
I don't know.
Joe's the hoe, right?
Joe's the Joe's the hoe.
I mean, I really think, it's not, most guys do not know how to express their feelings, and when they feel like a relationship's over, they just don't care what's the consequences. They don't want to be heartbreaking to that girl saying and give her, reject her, but he rather just go off and do whatever he wants and make her break up with him.
So you're saying you just don't want to deal with being real and let her know how you feel and just ignore it and let her be the bad person and you be the good guy.
Well, no.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just.
Are you trying to like push her away until you're like, yeah, that's right. Let's break up.
Well,
like,
I mean, it's not like seeing that person, that woman does things to a guy, but he does not want to say nothing because she be in denial of what she's doing. I
wish you had the M. Chandler logo.
And he would see a pattern of her. And he eventually gets tired of it, and
I get it,
and just want to write her off, and they go do whatever they want to go do.
We're gonna talk about it. Try this one. Try that one. If that's not the right one, I'll send you another one. If it's gonna have like a background.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you're the man paying for it all,
I'll send you another one.
the car, paying for her car,
Mm-hmm.
getting her nails done, making sure she's looking good and stuff.
What is it?
It's got a bigger background.
You need a different one?
Yeah, it should say PNG as the file, but it should say should specify no background. It doesn't mention anything about.
Well, I'm just giving you like images right now. I thought I had a PNG one, honestly. Damn it.
You know how in the beginning
Don't worry about it.
They don't when they're getting to know you and stuff, and want to be with you more and be around you more. They don't care about sending you sex pictures and stuff, but once y'all in a committed relationship for 3 or 4 months, and you ask for a sexy picture, or or say, hey, send me a picture, make me excited, and you're the pervert, or you're
What time frame did you ask her for that?
I never asked her for no picture. She usually just sent them to.
Okay, but you just sat there and said if you sent like what do you
I was
mean?
just
Like you're just
talking
saying
about
like hypothetically
yeah,
speaking?
in general, of women, how women think.
Have you ever asked a random woman or girl
someone I was interested in? Yeah.
I mean, on the first day of texting?
No, they would already send me some nude pictures
Are we live?
without me asking.
What happened?
I have
Hey guys,
no
bear
idea.
with us, man.
Camera
We're
just
really
decided to
trying to
start
figure
working.
this out. This is my first live show. Just bear with me. I promise you it'll get better. We got Joe Schwab. Joe was recently exposed on a Facebook group. I think it was called Exposed Him Sis. And then is your guy cheating on you or whatever? And Joe was exposed as, what did they say, Joe?
Oh, a bunch of stuff about my personal life.
Well, I mean, that's what we're here to talk about. You just can't
Yeah.
say personal life. I mean, we're going to get the nitty gritty details without mentioning names. And then we're going to figure out, who's at fault here. Is Joe at fault, or is your ex at fault, or is it your other ex, or is it just someone that's jealous of Joe? You know what I mean?
I'll say it's more jealousy because she
What
feels
would-
reject.
What are they jealous of? Because they couldn't handle that you didn't want them anymore, or what? Why were they jealous?
I would never commit to her the way she was wanting me to commit to her. She wouldn't want me to worship her, praise her, and like she's the only one. I'm not. She was wanting me to make her feel like she was the only one for me in my whole life. I've been seeking for.
Right. Well, I'm just waiting on my producer over here, the show. Get ready, and we'll get real deep into this and see where this is going to go.
I mean, no women don't want to be rejected.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go. On StreamYard to my Facebook and YouTube. It's different. I started a live show. Let me know when you're ready, and we're gonna play that song. We're gonna get into this. I hope I'm not losing too many viewers.
Whenever you're ready, I guess we can do it.
I mean, am I live on YouTube?
Well, yeah, you're live on YouTube.
That's what I like Facebook, but I want fucking live on YouTube. I want to make sure I'm live on YouTube. To be honest, your phone on silent, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike, turn your phone on silent. Oh, Joe, could you move the mic a little bit closer to your face?
Just don't spit in my mic, Joe. Don't get mad.
I don't want to spit.
Well, I'm just saying,
I'm
don't
gonna
get
come
mad
over.
and be like, if you're gonna get mad, go that way.
Yeah, I don't want.
This is a good mic.
I don't
we'll
wanna
have to
be-
change these muffs all the time, especially after Joe here if he
Okay.
gets mad.
I ain't getting mad.
Where can we see the ex exposing Joe? We would love for her to come in. Have you figured out how to get a phone call?
Hold on.
That's what I really want to know. I could Facebook call her out here in a minute. So no.
You said you wanted me to try and figure out how to take in a call.
Yeah. Like if she wants to come in and talk to Joe, we can see her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, we can test it with your phone.
We could.
Send you a link to
Okay,
your
yeah.
phone, and then let's see how it works. That's the problem, is how are we going to get it out through that.
Yeah.
I really don't remember what she actually said in that exposed, other than she,
I guess we could use Facebook for now.
she was more consistent in my personal life.
An email or Facebook, honestly.
It-
you just get their
goes
email and
through-
then they click
yeah,
it. Yeah,
exactly,
okay, okay.
That'll work. Or we can send it through
Right.
Messenger even.
Well, I mean, Messenger, email, and then what you do is you're going to bring yourself in on the back, like you'll be waiting in the what do they call it in the background? Like what is it called when you're waiting?
like behind the
Yeah, behind the scenes. Like you'll be waiting. You'll have to approve them in. Is what I'm
yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Guys, it's my first live show again. I don't know if I know some of y'all heard me say this 4 times, but there could be somebody new in here. We're just straightening out some things, some technical difficulties while Joe is patiently waiting. Joe's got some spicy, juicy content. Y'all just need to hang tight because this man, I think he's going to surprise y'all with some shit. And I think it's going to be more entertaining than the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock news, honestly.
I got 28 years of spiciness.
No, we're going to talk about your ex recently, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to get her in on a phone call.
She ain't gonna answer. She wants.
What are you going to do if she comes on and she answers and she's going all in,
Well, she goes on it all in,
do you know, like you're going to defend yourself or you're just going to let her, I mean, what are you going to do? You think you're just going to sit back and let her talk or are you going to?
I'd defend myself, but she's got to throw out her trash.
Right.
The things I about her.
Mm-hmm. What about you? What about if she's saying shit about you?
Oh man, there ain't much really.
Add
say
to the
about
stream.
me.
Add yourself to the stream. Let's see what happens. Oh, so that's how we can bring her in. So we could just send her that link. You know what I mean? We can add multiple guests. Is there a way to add another one?
So if you bring her in, she'd be live too.
Sweet. We could bring her and her dad and her mom or whoever wants to come in. Your brother? You want to bring does your brother want to come in on it?
No, we can bring Scott in here. Scott knows a little bit about her.
Well, Scott don't want to be on live stream, probably.
Oh,
Okay. Look here. You sure you want her? I'm gonna see if she wants to come on now.
I doubt she don't want to jeopardize her career.
All right. If you want, like, if you're not getting any echo, just change it back. So you know how to do it. Just change it back. All right. Let's kick it in. Let's kick in the show. Play some music. Let's
All
kick
right,
this
hold
shit
on.
in.
I got to get my headset back on so I can hear what's going on. There we go.
Is my Facebook logged in over there? Like to where you could send the messenger? Oh, okay. So because if she wants to come in, I'll tell you the name off the air.
I just think it'd be like a screaming match.
Turn it up. Turn it up. Joe, baby. Joe Schwab in the M. Chandler Show house. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
You should done me a little emoji up there too.
He wants an emoji. You got an emoji for him? You ain't got nothing. Let me send you a picture. Put on there. Hang on. He wants an emoji. He wants an emoji. Let's see if I got that screenshot. Just put it on there. See if it'll go on there. You know what I mean?
You could put Hacksaw Jim Duggan up there. I don't care. I've been called.
Hey, just cut him out. Just put, the exposed part. Just put him in there and just see if it'll go into the logo section. Put it on there somewhere. They want to see. He wants his little emoji up there too. So let's see if we can get him in there.
Never know. There might be a lucky woman out there really want to be a good woman to me.
That's right. You never know. Never know.
Get my full
Can you do
attention.
2 logos? Looks like you can, right? I think you can.
I'm
like 2
not
stickers.
sure, but we're
Well,
gonna find out.
Hell, worst case scenario, just take me off, put him on there. Okay. There it is.
Oh, it takes you off.
That's fine. Leave it on there. It's got me and him. Blow it up a little bit. Is that far as it goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe, we got you on there. Joe, welcome to the M. Chandler Show. We're going to get right into this thing. Today we're talking about, why you were exposed on the local Facebook group here in West Virginia. It was called Exposing Sis, and then we had another one as My Man Cheating on Me, something like that. And then there's a few other ones. But why were you exposed, Joe?
I really don't know, other than hate more than anything. Her hating on me for ending the relationship a long time ago, and I had to play along with the role play of she playing after me and her split up. She continues staying in my life. showing up at my work, showing up at my house, bedroom window, and it ended up into getting a DVP on her to get her to leave me alone.
Okay. Let's back this thing up a little bit. Let's talk about don't mention any names. Like I said, let's talk about how did you meet her?
Met her through a lady at work. I was working at another shop,
Okay.
and
So there was the mutual friend there of hers that you
yes.
met. And how'd that go? How was she like, hey, I know you're looking for someone. I know someone's looking for someone. Tell me how that went.
Well, I was back and forth with a prior relationship, and you know, you know, I feel like more like I need to kick rocks to the last relationship, and it was time for me to move on to find somebody else.
I'm gonna stop you right there. So this is all about you being exposed. So I'm
Well,
gonna
we're gonna get to there.
okay, but I know, but I'm gonna get there. But I'm talking about your prior relationship before said person, your ex now.
Yeah.
Did you let your prior relationship know before you started seeing her,
No.
the new one? You didn't.
No.
So you was a dog.
No, I was not a dog. She moved on with her life too.
But did she still think y'all were together?
No, we was never together after I let somebody else came in my life. She moved on. She was having a relationship with somebody else. You know, I respect that, and kept moving forward.
Okay.
And there, in a few couple months we got together. It was great. Felt like little teenagers.
So dating back from now, how long ago was it when y'all went on your first date? How long? How many? Was that a year, months? Are we talking years, months?
About two and a half years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all got together 2.5 years. That was your first date. And when did it end?
Well,
I mean, you had. I'm talking like technically, like the last
to
straw.
me, technically, it ended years ago, about a year ago. But I mean, it really ended in June.
So June of 2022.
Yeah.
And y'all get together in 2020 or 2021?
2020.
2020. And it ended in June of 2022.
Maybe a little longer than that. I'm not good.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first date. Where was the first date at, Joe? Because we're gonna talk this all the way through. We're gonna figure this out.
Man, it's tough. Guys ain't good with this stuff.
You don't remember your first date with
Oh
her?
yeah, I do. I met her down where I was working at the time.
You met her at your work for a date?
No,
That's
she
where you
met me there. You don't want to bring nobody to your house or
Right. So where'd you go on a date?
or your favorite place that you like to hang out at.
Right. Okay. You never know if it's gonna work, right?
Right. You want to meet in a mutual place.
So where'd you go on your first date? Your first official date?
We ran around and looked at houses and stuff that night and talk.
The first date, you're looking at houses.
Yeah.
Who was wanting to buy a house?
Oh, I was at the time looking for a house to buy.
She knew some things about houses.
Yeah, she knew things about houses.
Can't hear you. What do you think about that?
Who?
You keep up with the chat. What chat you on, Facebook or YouTube? Both. Aaron Mitchell said that's a red flag. You're going to look at houses on the first date.
Well,
bro, what are you doing?
I mean, it's not a red flag. It's
not.
It's her job title.
So you were wanting to buy a house and she was just helping you. So that sort of was like, hey, I sell real estate, so why not?
You took your real estate agent on a date. Is that what you're saying?
No, she's not my real estate agent. It was another woman, but I was trying to get the inside scoop of a real estate agent. Just like when you go buy a car, you're getting screwed with.
So you're just trying to figure out. You'd already had one prior to her, so she was telling you the ins and out of buying and selling a house,
and how to get the seller to buy the close, pay for the closing and all that.
Oh,
and then get a year warranty.
So y'all was
she was telling me all that.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, I mean, we're just trying to break the ice, and when I first go out with somebody, I like to just keep it like on a friendly basis. Not no honeymoon deal.
Right. So where'd it go from there? So you went on a date looking at houses.
Yeah.
Aaron Mitchell said that does not count as a date.
Yeah, that doesn't count
Okay.
as a date. So
Well,
give me the
I-
next date.
I call it as more of an interview, really, because
You interviewed her.
yeah,
So where was the next date?
I think the real date was when we was going to go to Tennessee.
Second date?
Yeah, but we just made it to Kentucky.
Holy shit! Pump the
Yeah,
brakes. What happened? Who
yeah.
had a flat? Who had a blowout? Who got an
Well,
argument?
I didn't feel like
Car-
driving all the way that night,
So you ended in Kentucky.
and I didn't want to be too far away from home.
So wait a minute. You said, "Hey, we're going to go to Tennessee."
It was
We're driving along.
It was a random thing.
I know. We're driving along. You said, "Fuck it, we're going to stop in Kentucky to
Yeah.
stay the night." That's fine if you're tired.
Yeah.
Tell me the next morning you got up and continued to go to Tennessee.
No, we didn't. We just loaf around in the room until it was checkout time.
Heather George said traveling on the second date ? Red flag.
Red flag.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, stop.
There's a lot of red
I
flags
mean,
going
I
on.
understand about the red flag. I just thought, we're in the same area, we're the same age, and we had a lot of things in common. We talked a lot on the phone,
That's
texting
fine.
back and
that's fine.
forth, and we had a mutual friend to hook us up and stuff. And I was basing my thoughts off the mutual friend that hooked us up. She was that kind of girl,
I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around. Hey, babe, we're going to go to Smoky Mountains. We're going to go to Nashville, but I stop in Kentucky. I stay the night. I wake up the next morning. I say, "Fuck it, we ain't going to Tennessee." So what's next? What do you do?
We end up looking at more houses that
that
so you go
to Kentucky?
Yeah, we never. No. We came back
Oh.
and we looked at more houses.
Tell me the real story of why you decided. You're allowed to say everything because there's no names mentioned. Why you decided to stop in Kentucky, stay at a hotel, told her you was going to Tennessee or wherever you was going, but you said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go back and look at houses. We'll just drive to Kentucky for a hotel room." So basically, what you're telling me is you drove to Kentucky to get lucky and come back.
Well, I knew I would get lucky.
You knew
anyways.
you would.
Well, I got lucky. Before that, with her really.
Holy
but
shit!
second
Whoa,
time-
whoa! We're talking about second date, man. In the first date,
Well, we was still in the interview process, getting lucky.
So-
The interview process,
Yeah.
getting lucky.
It's like Santa Claus. He ain't gonna leave no gifts if there are no cookies or milk. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So we're at the second day. You're coming back to West Virginia after the second date. You're driving back.
Yeah.
You go look at more houses.
Yeah. I was kind of like looking for me a flipper, kind
Okay.
of fixing.
All
me
right.
up.
So, what's next? Can you remember back in that relationship? What's next after your second date? How do y'all go from there? Tell me a little bit of that. What happens after that?
Well, I mean, things are going great between us, and for the first couple months, and and around Thanksgiving, the place I was renting at, still living, my landlord was wanting to do some remodeling, and kind of went off the beaten path a little bit.
What's that mean?
Wandering eye syndrome. I mean, like, I kind of like, I can't say no names. I can't really get graphic, but I mean, I just don't really want to get detailed in here. I did went off the beaten path would be like kind of like hooking up with somebody else, but someone close.
So why you was dating her? Well, we get into it. Why you was dating her? There was someone else.
Well, yeah, I kind of went back with somebody there around Christmas time.
So you see where we're going with this. This is why we backed up. The thing about this exposed is not for me to, because I've been there. I've done that before in my 20s. I'm 35 years old. Here's the deal about this. I want to bring you on. I want to know what she done. I want to know what you done. And we got to accept responsibility for where we done wrong.
Okay, well, I mean,
That's what this is about.
I still have feelings for somebody else.
What about the feelings that said person was developing with you?
Well, I mean, at the time, she still had her ex-husband living with her. That was a
Oh.
red flag for me,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, she was telling me one story, but in God layman terms, we know how we are,
So you thought she was doing her thing with him, and you was like, well, why not? I still have a little bit of feelings for mine.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah. I just feel like she still ain't let that man go yet.
Okay.
I mean, I understand people get together and have all good meanings, get married, have kids, and want to be with each other, rest, to the end of the time. But things happen throughout life, maybe make them grow together or grow apart.
All right. So we know what happened with the first few dates. I just wanted to get an introduction of how it first started with you
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, it was great. But,
So it was great. Yeah, we treated the third date. It was great.
Yeah. I mean,
it was great, but third date was a little rough, right? After
Yeah.
that, it got a little rough. All right.
We actually have some questions about the interview process that you described earlier before getting into a real relationship with her. They're kind of curious what is included in this interview process.
oh, well,
Mike's going to the bathroom. He'll be right back, guys.
in the interview process, you just want to like see what kind of person they are, kind of like test them.
Okay, so before agreeing to be exclusive or an item with the person, you want to get to know them better,
Right.
so you're not jumping. Okay, well, I mean, I think that's natural.
Right.
Or the smart move, but
you wouldn't go buy a car without at least driving around the block once and kick the tires on it, would you?
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, I have
You
recently.
got to make sure that everything is compatible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, like, I had some women in my, since I've been divorced, told me, they want to not have no sexual contact until they got married.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's like definitely, you don't know what you're getting. You might be getting a dead fuck or.
As long as both parties know that it's not exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Like Aaron Mitchell brought that up. That's a good point.
Right. Well, I mean, you don't want to invest in somebody and
Want to test drive it? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, you don't want to, like some of these women told me, they're not going to have sex or no kind of contact, trying to like give me
NPK Stu said that you wouldn't buy a car without driving it around and kicking the tires a little bit. King of one-liners.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Nobody don't want to buy, it's like, even like, buying a car, somebody already took a shit in the seat.
Where were we at? You was asking about the interview process. So basically, you had sex before you started going out.
Yeah, before it was actually
That's
a
fine. I mean, hell, it's 2020. What 3?
Right.
Shit happens. I mean, are you a Christian?
Yeah, I'm Christian.
You know how we all sin, right?
Well, I just feel like we was all virgins at one time.
Yeah.
And I was wanting my first one to be special,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't happen.
Joe, how old was you when you lost your virginity?
16.
Me too.
I was
You remember
15.
where it was?
In a swimming pool up in Elkins, West Virginia.
The swimming pool.
In a group home.
So, well, a
That's
group
an
home.
interesting story right there.
What do you mean a group home?
Yeah,
I
was in a group home. Didn't want to go to school and.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like a, different group home. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you was a bad kid.
They had women. I mean, not women. They had girls and men there.
Oh, okay. Was
And
it
they
an
let us-
older woman or was it somebody your age?
My age.
Okay. All right, let's get back on track. So fast forward to when did you and your ex start having some major problems? What has led? Are you sure it was her that exposed you on the exposed site?
Oh yeah, the nickname she, Papa J. There's no
That's
other.
who it was on
Yeah.
there. What was said?
Oh, I don't really remember. She said more.
You don't have screenshots?
I
Can you pull
did.
them out and read them?
I can't. I don't remember.
Do you not have screenshots?
I mean, there's a couple people sent it to me, and
Let me see. I might have a Joe
find it.
screenshot. Hang on.
I mean, you can get on there about that.
I can't get on there. I just got a screenshot, and I want to read
Would
to
you
you.
be able to go into your phone and see who sent you the screenshot?
Oh, I ain't going to say nothing about them either.
No, but you
No,
don't.
no.
You don't
We
have
want to hear.
announce
We
their
want to hear
name. We
what
just
they
wanna know
what
the
was said about you.
screenshot.
Oh, it just I don't really want to read a lot of it because
What do you
don't-
mean?
you
That's
just
what this is
summarize
about.
it,
I mean,
yeah.
you don't have to admit
I mean,
to doing it.
we can read what. Let's just read what was between me and her, not my.
I got a screenshot here. Expose him, says Charleston, West Virginia. PTSD. Please don't be his flying monkey, fools. If it was your daughter with all this info and facts, would you feel the same and want to be an accomplice? Be better. It says be better, be the change, be kind. And it's got your picture.
Yeah, she's hoovering.
You mean yeah. I mean, I wish we could put that up there so everybody could see, but
You can airdrop me a screenshot.
Yeah,
can you put a screenshot on there?
I'll figure something out real quick.
It's in there.
I mean,
So
this,
that was the main topic. Like, I don't know what the comments were, but
well, I mean, let's get back to what she was. Well, the problem was starting. She always was wanting to be noticed. I didn't give her that status. Like,
blow that up. Can you blow that up?
No, it doesn't allow me to do
Okay.
that.
Well, they could probably read it right there.
yeah.
So we're gonna leave that up. Put it to the side a little bit. Put it to the left side, to the left, so you can leave his logo.
It will not let me do.
Oh, okay.
anything. It's just
All right.
like
So what
there.
is it now? She was what?
She always, was, she felt like I was trying to hide her, which I didn't want her to be around nobody personally that known me at first.
Why do you think she was wondering if you was hiding her because you had another woman or something else?
No, I didn't have another
Oh, hold
woman.
on,
I
the-
just
the
knew.
camera dropped out again for some reason.
I just knew she was.
Well,
I got to fix the camera. It dropped out.
Okay, keep talking. He can hear. Go.
I just knew
Audio's still good.
I just
Right.
knew she was bad. Be bad person. Be around others. An instinct.
You knew she was a bad person to be around others, so that's why you didn't
Yeah.
want her to
Well,
be
I mean,
seen with you.
Yeah,
But you still wanted like your cake and eat it too. Like you still wanted to have sexual relationships with her?
No, I wasn't wanting to have a relationship with her, but I was wanting to keep it separate from my work, my personal life, other than
Why? If you have to keep a woman separate from your personal life, your work,
because she was telling me how she dogged other men.
okay, well, why are you with her?
Well, I mean,
Why would you stay with her? Is what I'm saying. If you felt
Well, I
that
mean,
way, why are you staying?
I don't judge. I don't compare my relationship to the past other relationship, whatever that woman had relationships with other guys.
I know you say you don't judge, but like I said, if you're staying with her and you're having sexual relationships in private, why not show her to the public?
I mean, she knew.
So it was like a friend with benefit.
I mean,
deal,
like
and
no,
she knew
no,
about
no,
it.
No, my brother. There's people at work knew we was gathering stuff, but I mean, like Christmas party and stuff at work, and I didn't want to bring her there because she'd be sending out friend requests and trying to get find out more information about my personal life before her,
Why do you think she was doing that though?
because she, I just feel like she's more of a, she started writing down stuff in her phone about, she reached out to people I went to school with. I ain't even talked to for years. Huh?
A little odd.
Yeah. And
It was a little odd she was doing that.
And I mean, she went through all my pictures and people not even friends with female friends that I met on a dating site or whatever. Or, she started screenshotting because if they say looking good, Joe, or commenting, eventually she reached out to like over 53 people.
So you had 53 people saying,
She pointed out 53 people.
"Good look, Joe. Good looking."
Yeah,
like any comment that was.
anybody had any kind of good comments about me on Facebook.
What about if it was a guy that said, "Good job, Joe"?
She never.
Not guys.
Yeah.
All right.
But she just, she felt like, well, the prior relationship told her that I was having women coming down my work at night and on weekends to have sex with.
So that's why you work late, is what you're saying.
Well,
Did you
I mean,
work late? Did you ever have a woman come down to your work at night
if I
to
was
have
seeing,
sexual relationships?
if I was seeing them,
Well, I mean, while you were seeing someone else,
no. But I mean,
did they know what they were in for? Did they know it was just sex, or did you lead them on?
kind of both, I guess.
Okay, I guess
Well,
that's understandable. I mean, you was,
I
but
like the honesty.
I mean, was you
I
honest
mean-
with them, or was you like, hey, I'm looking for this, but let's do this?
what with the one that
Just any
was
girl. I mean, did you learn, like, we don't want to mess with women and their emotions and get in their head, and because of what I've learned by that, like I said, I'm guilty too. I'm not anything like
Yeah.
nothing special. What happens is
Well, I
that
mean,
no matter what, they can say what they want.
well, I mean, having friendship with a woman and a sexual relationship with, yeah.
Okay, but those women that was coming to your work, they knew that it was just friends with benefits, nothing else.
Some and some not.
When you say some and some not, is this like was there a lot?
Oh no. I mean, I like to have female friends as friends. I
While you
mean,
were with your ex?
yeah, I mean, I got a lot of female friends I never messed with or had sex
Did
with.
you ever cheat?
Like cheat? Like
Yeah, like cheat while you're with your ex. Did you cheat?
cheat with the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times?
I don't know. 2-3 times maybe.
Do you think that's a good thing? No matter what?
Well, I mean, the relationship was hit and miss.
Well, if it's hit and miss, like you should just go ahead and tell her it's not working.
Well, I have told her I have went off with another woman and actually started staying with that woman. And this was about a year later when talking about the main woman,
Mm-hmm.
told me to come and get my daughter's stuff.
Talking about the one exposed you.
Yeah, the one exposed me, told me to come and get my stuff and my daughter's stuff out of her garage because she put it in there. And I did that, and about a month later, I started seeing somebody else. But she still was coming by my work, showing up at my work. Eventually, the manager at that shop told her she cannot be on the property no more. But that didn't stop her one bit.
She also put a tracking device on your truck, correct?
Yeah, she put a tracking device.
And there were witnesses for that.
She yeah, okay, well, she's claiming you was sort of doing like the trauma bonding thing with her.
Well, I mean, I think it's trauma bonding. It was the other way around.
It was a toxic love connection, sort of trauma bonding.
It turned toxic when she started, like I was telling you about what she was doing on my Facebook, taking pictures of other women that either like my picture or make, that's when the problem started. And when I couldn't keep her away from the past relationship either, apart from,
trauma bond, love bombing. You tell them one thing, just to get them back every time, like something don't work out. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I really love you. Come back, and then once you get them back in, then you go back doing your same routine.
Is
that what you done?
No, not all the time. But I mean, I did went back to her a few times, when I knew I was in the wrong. But no guy don't like to admit they're wrong or apologize. They do it in certain ways.
So Joe, the sly guy,
Sly guy. I'm just saying, but they're, I would say up to the end of the DVP, a year before the DVP.
Who filed the DVP? You?
I did.
Why?
Because she had a tracking device on my truck. I mean, I don't know how long.
Did she file one on you too?
Yeah, she filed one on previous because she tracked me down to the magistrate court, and she went the next day after I got denied. I had to get my attorney involved to get me a DVP.
They call it breadcrumbing too. It's like a little bit, you give them a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little bit, show your love for them, then you bring it back, and
Well,
I mean, is this you? Am I describing you with this relationship?
No, I'm not going to open my text message between me and her conversation to prove a point. But
That's what this is about. This is
well, I know,
this is
but,
about proving a point.
But I'm saying a year before the DVP ever took place, I was the one in the relationship with her, and she's the one kept coming back, and it's either get blown up by emails, text messages, phone calls, or play house.
So many people urged him to get help. He was ordered to get anger management classes over a decade ago. This is she wrote in.
Oh no, see that's in the wrong right there because she's trying to dig up trash on me. See, that's where she went back and dig trash on me.
That was on Expose or whatever.
Right. Well, I mean, that girl right there is on 5 different medications to keep her normal. So and going to a therapist right now. She's going to a therapist before I met her.
So you're saying you didn't need help
I
for
don't
anger?
need-
Do you have an anger management problem?
I don't know, Mike. Ask Scotty out there. Scotty known me ever since 2011.
So you're saying he would say no?
I mean, I don't know what he say. I mean, you know me for about a year now.
I
Should
mean,
go
like I
find
said,
Scott?
I mean, we've worked with you. I'm just asking, what you think.
No, I don't got an anger problem. I just got a problem with people can't tell them just get out of my life, and I don't want
okay.
to see them no more.
See, the reason why I'm doing this is, I was exposed to as well. Like I said, I'm not perfect either, but there's a lot of women that go on there and say some things that I think that need to be defended, by the guy. And that's what I'm doing. I'm giving a voice for the guy and the woman. If the woman wants to come on, call in, whatever she wants to do, we need to hear two sides, but we also need to take responsibility for things that we've done wrong. And I'm more than glad to take responsibility for some things I've done wrong. I've done it too. Some things that you've mentioned in this interview, I'm not going to say all of it.
Well, I
but
mean, she has.
that's what this is about. We need to learn from it. We need to figure out what
I
we're
mean,
doing wrong.
I mean, we need to back it up where she started taking screenshots of people that like my picture, comment on my pictures, what my previous ex said to her about I go out and meet up with women, I have them down at work, I do all this shadiness.
Camera went down again. Just continue speaking.
And
Because it only goes for a certain minute. You got to
but she wants to sit there and message you like she's in a good, but she likes to meet up with young guys and suck their dicks in parking lots and shit. She don't talk about that. She don't talk about the two guys messaged me on Facebook, exposing her about, hooking up, getting a BJ from her and stuff.
They told you.
Yeah.
Do you have those messages?
Not anymore. But
Now, how do we know you're not making that up?
I'm on because the second guy that I know of, she was waiting for me at Cold Spot to eat, and she hooked up, swapped phone numbers, and they send friend requests. I don't know which. I think the guy sent the friend request to her, and right after we got done eating, went back to my house, and we was sitting there on bed, and her phone started blowing up, and looked over. I saw that boy, started messaging her, so I got her phone from her, and I messaged him back, and his 3 message in deep was, "Let's hook up, let's fuck," from that boy, and his I can't say no.
No.
Okay.
No names.
Okay. Well, his dad owns a local business.
Okay.
In North Charleston.
Okay.
So and she claims to say, oh, she always bragged about she was a MILF. She liked younger guys, but I don't know why she was with this old broken up Joe Schwab. Then, if she was a MILF. I mean, she told me she hooked up with this little boy. Well, he's not little. He's 33 years old. This would be the third one she hooked up with. And he's 33, works out of town, and she told me she used to babysit him in the neighborhood.
And you think she had something for him?
Well, I mean,
or do you know?
Well, she told me she messed around with him
Before you?
give him a BJ.
Before you?
No, this is when we was together.
Oh, how'd you do that?
I can just go to the comments and select ones.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. So if you want to pick one, so what we're saying is
I mean,
Kelly McCoy says no one is innocent. See that?
well,
No one is
correct.
innocent in
Nobody's
this.
innocent. You know,
In
you're-
this ordeal we're talking about between you and your ex, no one is innocent.
I would say
It was a toxic ass relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it turned into her, doing other stuff. I mean, I got all kinds of good videos of her doing her shadiness.
Wait,
man.
so these guys were sending you videos of what was going
Oh
down?
no, of her. The thing, there's times I had to call the cops on her because she wouldn't leave me alone.
Oh, like stalking while you were at work or something?
Let's hear his video real quick and then see if there's anything we haven't covered yet on his little clip.
This site, Joseph Schwab.
She's still hung up on this guy here.
No, this ain't about me. It's about
Well, I mean, I'm a sharing guy,
I don't, I've never met her.
I'm sure them girls wouldn't like to be exposed because they're trifling worse than the guys are. Showing their and asses, tits, and tracking device on my truck and stuff. And for your guys out there, you need to check the medicine cabinets out and their pocketbooks and see what kind of scripts they got in their purse before you get personally involved with them. They're fucking crazy, buddy. And the one we was talking about exposing me on Facebook, she's over charming about this guy right here. She always talk good about this guy.
I'm on there too, bro.
So
time on Mr. Mike here.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I wanted to cover too, because you actually thought thought that her and I don't know her like that. She's just a friend of her dad is a friend of my dad, and she was a friend of the family. I don't know if she's still gonna be.
I mean, I know that,
But why?
I just figure I know you go out in St. Albans area, like drinking whatever, and she does the same. I'm not saying like, but she just like that time when you had some kind of thing on Snapchat,
TikTok.
she about your laundry, about trying to pay somebody to come over to. I mean, this girl glowed. I mean, she looked like out of millions of women. Oh my God, Mike Chandler picked me. I mean, like that bitch light up like a deer in the headlights.
And what that make you think? You automatically.
Well, I'm not going to fight for a spot in somebody's life. I was like, well, get a hold of him.
What'd she say to that?
And she denied. She turned it around.
Well, the reason why I played that is not because I wanted to, glorify me or whatever. I wanted to let you know that I've never.
Well, I understand.
I'm on her behalf, your behalf. I'm not involved with your ex at all. Like I just knew her as a friend. I've never even texted her, called her. It's just business friends.
I mean, I don't care.
But I do. That's the thing.
Okay.
I mean, that was on my YouTube video when I did the interview, so I had to address it.
But I mean, it's just where she likes younger guys, and you fit in the category of her age.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
she likes guys from like what 25 to 35 is what you're saying?
Yeah, and you know how women are. They flaunt their privates, just get
attention.
Yeah,
or a little more.
Yeah,
So how old are you, Joe?
48.
Well, you don't look 48, man.
Oh, thanks.
You're doing pretty good. So yeah, I want to clear that up. What else, before we need to wrap this up in a little bit, what else was said about you on, I know that you was exposed as a cheater. I also hear that there's 3 or 4 women on there that's calling you a creep weirdo. So they get weird, creepy vibes, they said. So defend yourself there. I want you to defend yourself because that's what's on the Facebook site. I'm telling you that not to make you mad, but you need to defend yourself. Why do you think that?
I can't even see it because where this.
I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, I can't see it because the ex where she's under that fake profile, she blocked me where I can't read.
Yeah, but I seen it from other women that wasn't your ex on there that said that, and I'm like, I like Joe. Joe. You know what I'm saying? I know you, and why do you think they're calling you a creep weirdo?
Because maybe I'm more open,
too forward
on things. Like I'm not a womanizer. I don't think. I mean, I do come across being a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like we was taught to be nice to women, right?
Right.
Open the door, open the car door, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I just think, you know, maybe they just don't like my looks. Maybe
No, I
don't
know. Do you? That's what I was going to ask you. Do you? Not about looks, but do you think? It's,
I mean, I have women that says, "Hey, we don't like you," or "You're a creep," whatever, but they couldn't explain.
well, what did you say? Did you like hit him up in the DM, message,
or
Facebook
maybe-
Messenger,
or
or was it in
maybe-
person?
I don't know. I like to see who these people are.
Okay, let's give us an example. Okay, so you see a fine looking woman and you want to hit on her. How do you hit on her? What's your approach? Like, do you wait later and find her on Facebook and message her, or do you try to approach her in person? Like, what is your approach if you see, say you're at work and there's a delivery driver that's a female, and the female you're attracted to? Okay,
I won't.
you-
I won't reach out like that.
well, how do you reach out? Give me an example. How you reach out? Why would someone like? Do you just see them on Facebook and you say, "Oh, they look pretty. I'm gonna message them."
Well, I mean, I just think women thinks this is the way I look at women. Like, you know, let's just say you say you went up to a Subway girl that looks pretty and all, and maybe she likes the thuggy kind of guys or a certain type of guy or the bad boy guy, but you don't fit that image,
So then she's gonna call you a weirdo creep.
and she's gonna call you a weirdo creep or don't like the sound of your voice.
I agree.
You know, don't like your voice. You know,
I agree.
because I mean, to me, I feel like my tone, my voice don't match my body. You know,
I agree. I understand.
I'm
Like,
very soft
you know,
spoken.
we've talked about that. I've seen that on other podcasts. I've seen that on TikTok and stuff. If they're not attracted to you, they're gonna call you a weirdo creep.
But a guy will say you know, if they get that vibe that woman is not into him or something, and she just frowning or just giving her, you know, that crazy eye look, like, you know, get out of my face look. What's the guy's gonna say? You're the C word. You're a
Yeah.
bitch. You know, I'm a nice guy. You know, the guy's gonna go in defensive mode and say, well, you know, look at me, I'm this and this. But she likes, like I said, a thug or a different type of guy. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get it. So
But I just feel like that's the way a girl will say about a guy,
if she's not into them,
a creep. Yeah.
all right. Going back to your ex that exposed you. We're getting ready to wrap this up. Main reason why she exposed you, she called you're a love bomber, you're breadcrumbing, toxic. You got what you wanted, then you throw her back out, and then you'd reel her back in when you didn't have the other girls. Basically, is what I'm going.
I work
And
all
she-
the time. I mean, you can ask your dad.
That's what she said. Now let me hear. Let's close it up with what you thought, your side of the story. You know why it didn't work and why she exposed you. We'll close in with this. What do you think? Your side of the story, why
She got too possessive, too controlling, and I mean, like I said, you know, she trying to say backwood Baker's Fork. I mean, the area that I grew up at. I mean, you know, like she
trying to make fun of you, like a stab at you?
You know, I'm just saying all the bad things she said about me, true or bad, just shows me she never cared or loved me as much as she says, because when she reached out to these people, these 53 people on Facebook, all she did was badmouth me. She badmouthed me to her family. She badmouthed me to our mutual friends, to everybody, but she still was wanting to have this relationship. She still was chasing me. She was still showing up at my work. She showed up on my back porch after the DVP was in place. She got arrested for it and everything. And, you know, you saw the mugshot. You know what I mean? Like, I ended the relationship a year prior to up to that DVP. And you know what I mean? Like, she kept on, you know, I tell her in text message, it's over between us, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I got with that other girl. I was wanting to have something nice with her or try to have something nice. But, you know, she just was not letting me be free.
Right. So
I mean, you know, she just, you know, didn't open the crowd door and let me go out to the crowd.
so you guys are done. Y'all been
Yeah.
done for how long?
So last time I really saw her was in the courtroom back in June.
Courtroom.
Yeah.
And y'all didn't have any kids together or anything like that?
No, no kids.
So it was over just DVP and restraining
You
orders.
know, yeah.
Restraining
it
orders.
started off, like I said, it was good. I did like her, but
Just
she
got toxic.
Yeah, she got toxic, and
Did you? So it sounds like you got toxic too. We talked about it. So in closing, I think both of y'all had faults in this relationship. Am I right?
Yeah, we both had faults, and
It's
she's
not
not-
one sided. I don't think it's
no,
one
it's
sided
not
to you, one sided to her.
But when like I said, she told me to get my stuff out of her garage, it was over then. I told her it was over then, but she didn't want to end it.
Is there anything that you took away from this relationship that you can say I could do better in the next?
If it takes 5 medications and they're still letting the ex live with them, and they're going to a therapist, I definitely run.
Okay.
I will. Any kind of medication to make you function through the day, run from them kind of women and guys.
Okay. So you're talking about what to look out for, in a woman that you wouldn't go after that.
Well, I mean, even like an alcoholic or a drug addict, alcoholic, now I dated some of them, it's like dealing with 2 different people.
Okay.
Yeah, but no one is perfect. We all have
I'm
our
not
faults
perfect.
and demons we have to battle with.
I mean, we all got bad habits.
Well-
and the other person don't like.
What do you take away from this relationship that you, other than stating that, oh, she done this, I should have ran, and I'm saying you accept that you done wrong, that you could fix too. Obviously, we've talked about her and what you thought. What are some things that you took away from this relationship that you can change in your life or in the next relationship that you can change to be a better, maybe boyfriend or husband one day?
Oh, well, not let the relationship go as long. If you don't want to be with that person, don't let it continue.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying within a 2 or 3 months.
So don't just drag it on.
Yeah,
Basically, that falls in line with
I mean, once you put
the
your
love
foot,
bombing and breadcrumbing stuff. So
well, it was not even no love bombing or breadcrumbing. I think it was more of a, to me, she wants a man matches up to her dad image.
all right, yeah, a lot of women do. A lot of women look up to their dad as that's what they're, and it's just like a guy looks up to his mom. I mean, I understand that, and if somebody can't, I get what you're saying. You can't be her dad. I get that.
No matter if it's, that woman grew up in a toxic household or a Christian value household or a blue collar,
So basically, you're talking about you need to end it when it's over instead of just dragging it on because it's worse on both parties.
But yeah,
So that's something you could change.
I'm talking about when you say it's over, it needs to be over. You don't need to let 2 weeks go by and say, hey, won't you meet up with me for lunchtime? Because, that person still
Just starts it right back over.
Yeah, because that person still hung up on you and stuff. And they thought about 2 weeks.
That's what women call like trauma bonding and stuff. Now, did you reach back out to them? Say that y'all ended it. Okay.
We try to be friends.
Say you and her ended it and y'all didn't talk for 2 weeks. Would you approach her about lunch?
I probably did.
That's called trauma bonding love. If you sell them over and you say, oh, baby, bring it, come back. I miss you. And then you go back and redo it all over again. Because I did this in my 20s. I did it too. I was wrong.
Well, I never call it, come back, let's work things out. I never said that.
You know what happened? You knew that it didn't work. You knew y'all wasn't together, but you got lonely. Right? Right? That's fine if you got lonely.
Well,
but you needed to let her.
I would think it was more like, hey, want to check up on you in a certain way, not physically, but
all right,
not sexually.
But did it go back all over again? Did it start the cycle all over again?
Because we both charmed each other.
But it was both parties, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it might
wasn't one sided. It wasn't you making her think, "Hey, I'm changing this time. I'm going to be good for you." You didn't say, "I'm going to be good for you this time. I'm changing. I promise. I'm changing my ways."
I mean, how many times
I've done it before. I'm telling you, back in the day.
How many times, like let's just say some girl 5 years ago reach out to you and say, "Hey, let's meet up for lunch."
Yeah, it's 5 years ago.
Well,
I'm
no,
talking about
but-
if you're in a relationship that ended 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and you approach her about going to lunch or dinner, let's go back out. It's going to start that all over again. See, she never really healed, and you're going to start all that back over again. And she's going to. It is what it is, man.
Right,
Women,
well, I
especially
mean-
women, get their emotions right back attached to where they was, and
Exactly.
that's what
but-
they call trauma bonding, love bombing, stuff like that. I'm
But,
guilty of it too.
okay,
I'm just saying
well,
it's not a good thing
Well, in that case, she's done the same. She come up with
unless you. Okay.
gifts for my kid. And if I say, "Hey, let's meet up for lunch," she come up with a gift to give to my kid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Aaron, I would like to clarify that we do not condone shaming, especially when it comes to mental health, but we do believe in freedom of speech,
Right.
and we are trying to be as uncensored as possible for the full effect.
Right. Ask anybody got questions for Joe. I'm going to the bathroom. You
Yeah.
take over, producer. Take over, producer. I'm gonna be right back. I've been having to use the bathroom. Been drinking a lot of water.
Does anyone have a question for
You ask.
for Joe?
Probably not. I mean, it was like a back and forth. Then, if you want to look at it that way, about the,
In what way?
the triangling, the love bombing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we go a couple days without seeing each other, or whatever, 2 weeks. It just start all over again.
Yeah. So it was like a karmic cycle that you would go through every time. It was the same
and
cycle.
it always ended the same way. You know what I mean?
Oh, Scott's actually in the comments. He said, "What's up, Joe?
Scott out there in the shop.
Where you been?"
Been here, buddy. Tell him come back here see us.
Cody, I'll take care of that in a second.
More questions?
Would you let your daughter date a male like you when she's older?
Probably so, but I tell him don't stress his life out. He's probably living a stressful life, and that person said that
Mike, we have a few for you as well.
Okay.
that whoever made
I
that
mean, this ain't my only show. so.
whoever made that comment don't really know what I deal with throughout my daily life either. You know what they say, a man don't want to come home from a stressful day at work or whatever stressful things he got going on in his personal life to come home to get beat up on and get stressed out by someone should be more than a best friend or a relationship partner.
So Heather says, so to clarify, you would be okay with your daughter dating a man who would cheat on her?
I'm sure Heather probably cheated on plenty of guys.
Heather. Why we
It was-
mention who's?
Oh, it was a comment.
She's probably got so many skeletons in her closet. She's spitting out bones right now. To make that
He's
comment.
talking about the audience. So he's talking about the audience.
He's talking about the question, yeah.
He called Heather out. Said Heather's probably cheated.
Well, I mean, he did admit to cheating in that relationship,
Well-
and he said that she had done things as well. There's no exact proof except
well,
for
I mean, she
the fact
cheated
that
too, and it's not like it was a committed 2.5-year relationship. We didn't live together at all in them years. She didn't move in with me, and I didn't move in with her.
Sounds like to me y'all was just in a toxic ass relationship, according to you. But she's the one went on there and exposed your shit, and you're the bad guy.
She just wants to trash me to anybody that will give.
I get that. I understand that. There's two sides to every story.
I
right?
mean, she wants to trash me to anybody who will lend her.
I'd love to get her on. Would you talk to her if I could get her on?
I would
I know
love
she-
that.
I doubt she would, because she wants to. She wants to hide behind the weeds.
If she was that account that was posting that
Yes,
really
that's
long
her.
novel,
That's her.
she did not reply to Mike's.
I'm calling Beth.
I mean, look, man, I can show you emails to match up with that.
Yeah. I remember that she was making a really long comment on your video when Mike posted it on Facebook, and
Yeah.
he invited her onto the podcast, and she wouldn't accept or decline. She just didn't respond at all.
mean,
But
she
she would
block-
respond to me.
She blocked me totally on there, where I can't see nothing.
Scott said, "You need to come to church with me, Joe."
Scott who?
Scott Polly.
Who's Scott
Oh
Polly?
yeah, guy. Well, I used to live nearby.
Okay.
An old friend.
He wants you to go to church with him. He
Yeah,
thinks
he's a good
maybe
guy.
church could
Yeah,
help.
he's a
and
good guy.
That's what this is about. You know, I didn't want to go in here and just shame you, shame her. You know, I wanted to confront you on some things.
I don't want to shame her. I wish her. The
I mean,
best.
you know, I mean, it's fine. We can
I-
have the little drama here and there, but we want to learn from it.
I wish any of my exes, anybody. I don't hate nobody.
You want to see her eat, but you don't want it to be at your table. Is that what you're saying?
Right. You know, I like to see her, one day with a healthy relationship and someone gives her the attention she deserves, she wants from another guy. But I just was not that guy. No, I couldn't.
So you let things drag on too long.
Right. I mean, I couldn't commit,
He could commit.
I mean, I
Do
could
you have
commit to her.
commitment issues? Like
No,
you
That's
are
what we're
scared
talking
of
about. Do you have
Well,
commitment issues?
No.
I mean, hey, look at me. Look at me.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
I'm 35 and
I
single,
have
so.
met a lot of
Yeah,
real-
Mike, but you need
really,
to find the
really
right
good
woman.
women.
Right.
She'll find you.
Really good women, and still this day we're still friends, and they know about all my drama, but we still friends.
Joe, do you want to be married, or do you just want someone to share your life with,
Yeah,
or do you not
like the
want anyone?
bachelor
Do you
lifestyle?
do you want the bachelor lifestyle? You're 48.
Oh.
Do you want to continue? Can you hear?
Y'all here now?
So do you want to continue to be single? Do you want the bachelor lifestyle where you can just do what you want, come and go as you please? I mean, it's okay if that's the style you want. What happened? Do you want that, or do you want to be married? Do you want to fall in love? I mean, what do you essentially want?
I'd like to get remarried one day. I would like to find somebody that would fit me like a glove.
How many times have you been married, Joe?
One time.
You've been married the once? Okay.
Yeah.
That was a question from earlier. I just wanted
You got
Oh,
children?
okay.
You got
Bring
children?
Yeah, I got children.
You ain't got to say their name or nothing, but you got 2, 1, 3.
3.
Okay.
Mike, you seem like a very big teddy bear, according to Aaron and Morgan.
Well, thank you. I'm loving.
Aaron, I'm also not Scotty. I'm Zach. I'll just let you know from earlier.
So Joe,
Yeah.
if I was to find you someone that wanted to take a chance, get to know you, and really give you the benefit of the doubt,
Well,
would you be interested in that?
Yeah. Oh, here's another thing I want to throw up to women. Because a guy say, "Hey, let's take things slow. Let's get to know each other." I think having sex within a couple weeks, maybe 2 months, is really too soon. Because by that time,
What about your interview process?
yeah, well, that's part of the interview.
Yeah, the interview process. I mean, I feel like that's a harsh way of putting
You
it. I
fucking
think that
contradict
everyone
yourself.
just wants to,
Well, I mean,
get
it
to know
is
each
an
other before
interview.
committing.
I mean,
That's
it's
a
just
smart
like,
thing.
recently I talked to someone on my Facebook,
I think it's
and she went straight to, instead of trying to get to know me, she went straight to about my marriage. She asked me what happened between you and your marriage, which I was like 26 years old when that. You know what I mean? What?
right.
17 years later, what a divorce got anything to do with it?
Do we have anybody in the audience that wants to come on and
Yeah,
do a
does
little
anyone
speed?
want
But would
to,
anybody want to do a little speed dating with Joe or ask some questions?
Yeah, we can go.
We'll
live.
send them a link. All you gotta do is give us your email, right? Email
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I can invite you.
No, you
to
can
a
invite 'em
private
through
chat
the YouTube.
and they can send it. Yeah.
you got
I
to do
can.
it private. You got to
Yeah,
go to
I
the
can.
private.
I can. Yeah, just message private.
If anybody wants to come on, we can bring you on live. All you need is your cell phone. You can do either some questions for Joe, questions for me, or speed dating. We'll do a little speed date with Joe. If you're interested in Joe, just let us know. We'll let you talk to him.
Well, I mean,
They might want to take a chance
we
with you,
could do
Joe.
like
they might think you're a cute guy and want to take a
2-minute
chance.
2-minute.
I'm
Yeah,
a
2
big-
minutes,
I'm-
3 minutes.
I'm a big teddy bear.
Yeah, he's a teddy bear
I have
too.
a question from the audience again. So Kelly McCoy asked me to ask both of you, do you realize that women want old-fashioned love?
Well, exactly. Man wants old fashioned values in a woman. You know, we don't want a woman, you know, we see a lot of stuff on that TikTok.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, there's no way I don't want to sit in the living room, watch TV by myself or be on the back porch, you know, try and enjoy, enjoy
You want
the-
somebody to spend time with, enjoy the.
and she's in
enjoy-
she's in there in the kitchen making live TikTok videos or whatever with her tits hanging out on the counter.
well,
How can't she put them tits in my face instead of showing the world her cleavage and bounce her titties off the kitchen counter to get other people's attention?
Joe. So basically, you're just saying you're not into an OnlyFans type of girl, or someone that's being revealing on TikTok. So
well, I mean,
you
like-
want an old fashioned girl that's not really into all the attention from social media.
Well, I mean, if
Different
it-
strokes for different folks.
it's one thing getting on TikTok and
Are you
talking-
insecure?
No, I don't think I am.
Nah.
Think I'm
No.
insecure?
No. That's a good thing. I mean, a lot of guys don't want their woman doing that. I get it, but I just
Well, I
asked you
know,
that.
but
It's
I
just a
mean, I'm
trigger
just
question.
saying, it's just it goes back to when I say, you ask for a picture. When you used to get all these pictures, these sexual nude pictures.
Who? You?
Yeah, I'm talking about when you first get to know somebody, they send you like maybe some.
Are you that way too? You're like, hell yeah, send them to me. But then again, in the back of your mind, you're like, fuck, why'd she just do that? Like now I'm done. with
Yeah,
her.
I feel that way.
So you're
Now,
like, hell yeah, I'll look at them,
I
but
mean,
I'm
like-
not gonna take you serious.
I mean, I'm just saying, instead of showing you all of it, at least give us some. What's the word?
Just tease, just a little
Like,
bit.
Like I just said, a couple
Just a
months.
tip.
Let's fantasize a little bit what's under the clothes.
So what happens if they're fantasizing on TikTok and that's fine? And so it's fine if they just show a little bit and let them fantasize. If they post videos like that, you're interested.
I mean, I just feel like you don't need to show your privates to get some guys' attention.
Well, TikTok will ban you if you show your private. So
I mean, I don't know. Have you seen on TikTok lately with them women?
yeah,
I mean, nipples showing through shirts, and I mean, I'm saying bounce.
Yeah, but I mean,
titties
bras
off
get
the-
uncomfortable. I mean,
I understand. That's all guys like
imagine.
that. I mean,
does anyone want to
yeah, I have
does anyone
zero
want to date?
problem.
Do a speed date with Joe,
any guy
or come
like
on and
that
ask
stuff.
questions. We'll bring you on live. All you need is a cell phone or your computer that
But
has a
you-
webcam.
how many women out there?
They can do audio too, right? Can you just do audio? We can do just audio as well.
Do just audio.
How
if
many
they'd prefer that.
women would like their guys? Let's just say he's got a big package,
Well.
and he's in the kitchen in there and bouncing off the meat board.
So you're talking about my TikTok video that I was in the kitchen done by your old lady a while ago that was in her. That's what
I
you're
mean,
talking about.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He's calling you out.
He's
Mike.
literally calling me out on my TikTok video. I was in the kitchen,
He's
had
calling
my
you out
boxers
your own
on.
podcast.
Well, I mean, that certain woman that exposed me always says, "Don't play him as a fool. He's a lot smarter."
You or me?
Me,
Oh, don't play you as a fool.
yeah.
I didn't say nothing about it.
Well, I know, but I mean, like a lot of people don't give me the credit that I deserve.
I think you're smart.
Oh, I am smart, and I observe everything.
You know what's going on.
Yeah. And there's a time and place to bring up something too.
So does anybody want to come on? No one wants to come on. They scared to come on.
no, I mean, some of them are saying that they're not going to be very nice, but I
Well,
don't-
hell, I mean, that's
don't-
fine.
don't
It's an
think-
open platform.
Hell,
Yeah,
this is-
that's
free
fine.
speech. If
This is
you guys want to join in,
Well,
just let
no.
us
If
know.
you want your voice heard, we want to hear the girl side.
This is
Well,
20
let's get on here.
23 This is 2023. When is a
You got to.
woman
Hey, if
nice?
they start getting real rude, you can cut them off.
yeah,
We'll just mute you if it's real bad, but we want to hear it. Like you can be constructive and all that, but we're not going to get yelled and cussed at.
Aaron, go ahead and send a private chat.
You got
and
somebody?
We'll invite you on.
Is Aaron a girl or a guy?
I mean, let's
Aaron is a
just
female,
don't
yes.
get on here and dog
Aaron
me
Michelle.
or dog.
No,
Mike.
we'll mute it.
Let's just be real. Let's be.
Well, they're going to
open-
ask you some questions. That's fine. They can ask
I
me and
know.
you.
Let's just ask questions about a guy's
Okay, Aaron, you can do
Thoughts?
audio. That's fine.
thoughts.
You have to give permission for what you allow on anyway.
You know what I mean? Not
We got Aaron coming on.
okay.
I think Aaron, maybe she'll have some questions for you. I hope. This is about you.
Well,
Oh yeah, she is most definitely going to have questions.
For Jeff.
oh my
Oh,
God.
I guarantee it.
You sure ain't the ex?
Yeah, no, she
There's actually a picture of her
yeah, there's actually a picture of her.
on a flower,
No flower,
not
just
a bag of
Aaron.
chips.
she said
Not
that
a bag.
she will be nice, but she wants to still ask questions. But she'll be nice,
Well,
as nice as she can.
As long as it's not directly towards me, I'll answer them as a guy's thoughts. As long as it's not.
Is her name Heather George?
No, it's Heather Michelle.
Heather George says, "What auto shops does Joe work at?" So I know to
I-
avoid taking my vehicles there. Well, we ain't gonna say. We
yeah,
can't
I
say
feel
that.
like
We
we
can't
can't
say
say
that.
that.
Yeah, we
because
can't
it
say
will
that.
affect businesses.
Yeah.
If
And
she needs
it-
an auto shop, she's got driving issues. You know.
Well, I mean, maybe she just needs an oil change or something. But
Well,
I do want to
she needs
say
to get with
that
her ex
don't
on
let
that
the
part.
your personal opinion, because Joe is very talented when it comes to automotives. He'll take care of you. That has nothing to do with his personal life.
Yeah, I don't try to pick up customers.
Aaron, I'm gonna try and figure it out real quick.
You don't try to pick up customers. You just have them meet them at your. You just have not customers, but you have female friends meet you at work after hours, like in the parking lot. Is what you said earlier.
No.
No.
I mean, there's too many cameras anymore. There's a fucking camera, doorbell camera.
I mean, you don't meet them there, then take off. Say, hey, meet me here at the parking lot. Then we'll take off. We'll ride my truck, go up, do a little full wheel.
Yeah.
You ever full wheel? You ever full wheel with a girl?
Nah, it's been a long time since I've been full wheel.
You ain't got no side by side. Get a little muddy. Get a little mud on the tire.
You know, if I had to do over, get a boat.
Boat. You
It
can only
can't
use
cut
it
out
2 or
without
3 months a
fixing it.
year here.
I know, but just saying.
We back live.
Yeah, it's back on.
You send her one.
I am trying to. I
You
think
just copied
I'm
it.
gonna have to have her.
She's in
Message.
Facebook.
Is
If
she?
it's well, I don't know which one it is.
Well, I think it ports over to the M Chandler. No, it goes to your personal, but I think I can.
Yeah, just go to the page.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But I mean, even this Aaron girl,
Right.
I'm sure there's some bone, skeletons in her closet.
Well, Aaron, he's
Man.
sure there's some skeletons in your closet,
And
Aaron.
I'm sure she done some guys wrong in her time.
So what you're
From
saying
what
is
she was
like you don't
saying
want to.
that- From what she was saying, she's very faithful, and
Nobody don't live at the foot of the cross. Come on now.
What do you just go top right corner, go to pages, can't you? And
yeah, I
then go-
tried that, and then it.
I mean,
it keeps, like-
there's different categories, guys and women too.
Okay, wow.
If she's very straight laced and very honest with a guy, that's
You have to switch to the page view.
she probably attracts them kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
guys.
Oh wait, no, we're on it. See,
Okay. Then go to your messenger.
there's no result for Aaron. Aaron, if you could go over to M Chandler on
Facebook.
Facebook and send.
Can't send it in YouTube though. Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube.
Yeah, go to the YouTube
All right, I'll try YouTube.
because you'll be able to do it right there. You can pull it right up, see it, see your name, message her right in there.
Do you understand, Mike?
Right there's the live. It should have
Mike.
comments and shit.
You hear me
Aaron should be over there. What?
about women attracting kind of this girl portraying that she's a very honest kind of woman.
Right.
There's a lot of people says I'm crazy. You think crazy attract crazy?
Probably so.
I mean, I don't know you really that personal outside of work,
We're
but,
getting there. We're getting to know each other.
but I'm just saying, if you're very straight laced kind of guy, you think you attract that kind of straight laced woman?
Yeah, you are what you attract.
Okay, well, I mean, this Aaron girl.
So it
you know,
sounds like you attracted crazy. And you're
Yeah.
crazy.
maybe so. I don't know.
Nah. It's just
I
you
think
just
she's gonna have to message the M Chandler.
we gotta figure that out.
Yeah. Well, I could give. They could just message me. We got to figure that out.
You don't want to say your number.
Yeah.
Hang tight, guys. We're bringing Aaron in.
Oh, I can do a WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number.
But
Yeah.
You gotta show
'Cause
me.
that's not connected to my actual number.
You gotta show me.
What's happening?
Who said it? I was creepy.
It was in the expose him sis site. I don't know. I just seen
It don't let me see nothing.
yeah, I just have to go in there and see. It was
Okay,
just in
now I
the
lied. It's actually connected to my phone number.
I mean, you think they say they actually
just
know?
put the link in the comments and then tell her to click it and then
Yeah,
you just
I
go
can
from
do
there.
that.
It ain't like we got 6,000 people watching.
They say
Yeah.
they
Just
actually
put the link, just say click the link in the comment and then we'll bring her on.
They actually know me.
Just reply to her comment.
Yeah, I got it.
They actually know me, or they're just saying it what they saw in the video.
Who you talking about?
The ones saying that.
Aaron,
I
I'm
was
putting
creepy.
I don't
in the
know.
comments
I don't know
for
if they
you.
know you.
Oh, I don't know.
I just know that they said they've run like had encounters with you and they said creepy and
Oh.
weird. And that's why I was asking you. Why do you think they said that?
Go ahead and copy
I don't
that,
know.
and then if you have an iPhone, put it in Safari. It'll work the best.
Maybe I feel like they're creepy and weird.
That's what I was saying. I said, well, what's he think about them?
Maybe I should start using that.
I know we live in a world now that everybody just hates, man. It's just a
Right.
hating ass world, really.
That's the reason why there's so many singles out there.
But we got Aaron getting ready to come on and ask you some questions. Hopefully, she got it.
I believe so.
Aaron, you got it.
Well, I mean, she has to put it into her.
I know,
browser
but I'm just
first.
want to make sure she's still.
Oh, she's probably not on the podcast at the moment because of
Okay.
it.
And this woman's probably a woman that wouldn't even date nobody.
I wouldn't make any assumptions though.
Someone like me, not look. I'm not talking about my looks. I'm just talking about my persona.
Your persona, your demeanor, like
Yeah.
everything, like how you are and stuff.
Yeah.
You think you're a woman hater? Is that what you thinking?
Well,
Can you hear me now?
you know,
Uh oh.
Yeah, Aaron. we can
Okay.
hear you.
So first off,
Hang on. No. Hang on.
Oh,
you
wait,
got
is it
to
not
change the
coming through the
audio. It's not
headset?
coming through
Oh.
our headset.
Hold on.
Hang on one second, Aaron.
Okay.
Fix the audio.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
Sorry, Aaron. This is new to us.
No, you're fine.
I mean, worst case scenario, we'll just have to take the headset off if you can't figure it out because the audio is coming through the computer. You have to adjust it.
So it looks like this woman's very happy. She's on there with I guess that's her husband.
No, that's my boyfriend. But my last husband that you were being a smartass to, like I was in an abusive marriage. So I didn't attract that. So no, I don't cheat. And then the guy that I was dating cheated on me with someone that's married. So no, I don't cheat. Because I've been there, been that person.
Well,
So-
you know, women can be abusive to a guy, right?
Yeah, they can, but I'm not because I didn't grow up that way. However, my question is for you. I'm on that expose him sis. Like I see that I'm not posting my ex on there because that's my stuff. My personal
Okay.
stuff that I went through. You know, I
Well-
read that. I read them all. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Whatever. And
Yeah.
I understand. And I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt because, you know, I think it's a great idea for Mike to do this because it does show the other side of the story. You know, we are on this page, we're seeing just one side.
There it
But
is.
you
There we
keep,
go. Okay, sorry
oh.
about that, everyone.
you keep saying like all about her, but what about you? Because you were both toxic in this relationship. I'm sorry.
right? We both turn into a toxic
But hold
to
on.
each other.
You said, well, she was doing this, she was doing that, but what do you offer further on the table? A relationship, you both have to offer something. That's how the relationship works. If you want something to work, you both have to put it up there. And then with you having a daughter, I have a daughter. I would want someone to treat my daughter with respect.
Well, I mean, she was really good with my daughter.
Well, that's great, but when you talk about women, your daughter's going to grow up just like that, you know, not like, I mean, there are crazy women out there. There's no doubt about it. Like there's crazy men, there's crazy, you know, with that stuff. And I get that. But the way that you talk about women, it's degrading. Like, and you
Had
know.
more bad ones than good ones.
there are. I mean, there's bad and good.
I mean,
with
I
every-
had a lot of good. I mean, a lot of good ones. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish things could have. I ran from that. Really, I was really scared to commit to that because, they rolled out the gold carpet for me and stuff. They was
You felt like they put you on a pedestal.
yeah. I mean, I think it's just I never had that with my marriage. My ex-wife never treated me.
and I get that because my ex, the one that cheated on me, I was high on this pedestal, and you know what? He knocked that bitch from underneath me real fast.
Yeah, I mean, my ex-wife treated me like I was she was the manager of the household, and I was just the lowest guy on the totem pole doing the laundry. Kind of, she never treated me with no respect.
That's not okay on either end. But I mean, like I said, so there's three sides to the story. There's your side, his side, or
And
your side,
and
her
her-
side, and what's behind closed doors.
Well, I mean, there's two stories. There's the guy story, the girl story,
Right.
and the truth.
Right, which is behind closed doors.
Yeah.
I mean, like when I got cheated on, I had no idea. So, but we were in an exclusive relationship. When you were sleeping around with the other girls, like, did you make it known that it was like, hey, we're nothing serious, that we're just talking, or did you make it seem that you were like in an exclusive relationship?
Well, I was trying to just move on to another relationship.
Not the way to do it, but okay. But you
Well,
know,
I mean, like I
okay.
said,
Kelly McCoy would also like to join.
oh God,
We'll do that after
He
this.
said,
let,
"Oh,
Aaron,
God."
let Aaron talk. We'll tell Kelly next.
Yeah, Kelly.
Aaron's making a point. Go ahead, Aaron.
I understand. So
I think if I was a guilty man, I would never, got with Mike Chandler, did the interview, and I wouldn't be here. I'll be working on how to get that off Facebook and
But
everything.
but with one of Mike's, I can't remember what video it was. It was like you learned from it. Like he even said in the video, like you can say like, hey, what's true, what's not. It's probably something with one of the other videos. I don't remember, but you learned from your mistakes. Like, what are you going to learn?
Tyler.
Maybe I don't remember.
Well, I mean, what I learned from this past relationship I had with this woman,
Mhm.
I definitely will seek that out quickly and get rid of it, and won't, let nothing grow into nothing.
Like the toxic thing, and like
Yeah.
also being with someone who's on like, say like something for anxiety, that's not a bad thing. I worked in the emergency room all during COVID. I can't tell you the amount of stuff that I've seen. Just your past, like a person's past history from all the way from when they're kids to now, that affects them all different ages. So that should
Well,
be like on a
well, I understand, but
checklist.
there's,
But
I
like
mean, I'm not perfect. And there's
no one's perfect.
past trauma on me
Yeah.
too.
Well, no, I know that. Like
But
when you
we all encounter some kind of trauma in our life. at
but
one time.
some deal with it better than others deal with it.
Right.
And like someone getting help for their like with their anxiety and taking meds, that's great. That's great for them because it's showing, hey, like they're wanting to like control it. I don't know your ex. I have no idea. Like I'm on that page, but I never, unless it was on like the first page, I never saw yours. So I didn't read, any of that.
I think it was only on there for like 9 hours. It got
Oh.
removed.
I don't really know. But like telling, oh, well, what's in their purse and their medic, like that doesn't mean anything. Sometimes guys can't tell the difference between birth control and anxiety pills.
Right.
But but I get, that you were in the wrong also. Like I said, we don't know everything that she did just from what you say.
I mean, when she told me come and get my daughter's stuff and my stuff out of her garage,
I mean, she could have thrown it away.
I mean, I was just pretty much dead inside about the relationship.
I mean, yeah.
When you got that gut, you're done in your gut,
Oh, 100%.
and you just hang on. You don't know how to. They keep showing up. I did call the law on her. I spoke to the law before I finally was able to get a DVP on her. And they all told me go get a go get a protection order. Go get a protection order.
Okay, so I was gonna wonder that because I'm not originally from West Virginia, so I was gonna ask what a DVP is. But okay, but
I'm just saying she put me out like I'm this physical, mental abuser. Okay.
but in her story, you might be.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not, but I'm just saying, I really am. I'm not, but I'm just saying, what does it take a person to started getting in your phone. She screenshotted 53 people that they was all female. Majority of them is people like I probably went to school with.
Maybe she just has jealousy issues. I mean, that's not something I would do, but I know girls
she
that
reached out to everybody like everybody, and badmouthed me. But in the mix, she still was wanting to have a relationship with me. She was running everybody. She was cleaning the house. Even my guy friends, mutual friends, she was cleaning, making sure I do not got someone to go to vent to and say, I'm having these problems with this woman. What should I do?
I have a question because I can't remember if you said, were you also texting her though, like back and forth, like, hey, come over, let's hook up, because that'll keep someone like that'll keep someone coming back thinking like,
there's
gotta
been
change.
times, if I have my child, I'll be like, I just want to spend some time with my daughter, just me and her, and she just like shows up.
Oh no.
You
See
know,
that
and she accused me of having my daughter around some other woman. Like I was going out on a date with my daughter with another woman when I just was wanting to spend time with my child.
yeah.
I had to switch cameras.
That's fine.
Cammy.
And I'm just saying, like, her, whatever escalate her to put a tracking device on my truck, and just started randomly showing up in places. Like, I could be like, let's just say, hey, Aaron, I'm going home after work, but I stopped at the gas station and, put gas in my vehicle, or I get home and she called me, be like, what did you do when you left work? And I didn't say nothing about stopping at the gas station. And she make it sound like I was meeting somebody there and tell me the address and everything.
So, okay. So I have a question for you. So if you are with someone, because it sounds like you didn't want to be committed to her at all. Like I'm not going to say you have commitment issues, because sometimes you meet someone and you want to date them, but not be in a serious relationship with them, which is fine. I mean, that's the whole part of dating, is getting to know someone, and I guess your interview process, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, my question is like, with communication, like with my boyfriend, so he knows, like I said, I'm not originally from West Virginia, so I get lost. I can get to work in Charleston and I can get home in like certain places or whatever. But he knows where I'm at all times. He has my location for, because if something happens, I can't tell you what street I'm on. I can tell you where I live. That's about it.
I would care
But like,
to share my information like that.
if you were in a serious relationship.
Where you live though on podcasts.
With anybody.
No. Oh God, no.
Even with anybody, like, for my safety, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But my question is, if you were in a serious relationship, would you tell them like, hey, like I'm going to the store after work, open communication? Because that, I mean, to me, communication and effort, it's like one of the biggest things. Like, hey, I'm going out with so-and-so. This is where I'm planning to go. Like, is that something that you would do in a relationship?
But I'm just saying, if he got on your Facebook and let's just say you worked in Charleston and you got 5 guys you work in the office with, and, and you're good friends with them and stuff in the office.
Yeah.
And maybe small talk outside the office workspace, you know what I mean? But he's growing into like, it's more than that. He's
No. But my question wasn't that. My question was just being like, not the creepy stuff, but like when you're in a real relationship, like committed, like, are you, because you keep saying like my personal life.
If I was in a
would you share that? Like, hey, like I'm going to the store after work, or I'm going out to like have a drink with so-and-so at, this place.
Well,
Like,
I would. But I mean, if I was just stopping at the store, put gas in my vehicle and maybe go get me a snack or something, I just wouldn't share that. But if I was going to go to Applebee's and get me an appetizer and sit there for about an hour and a half, I'd message that person and say, hey, I'm going to go to Applebee's.
because I was just curious, because like before you're like my personal life, but in a relationship, you guys share your personal lives. Like that's how it works. Like you share, I mean, you don't have to share everything in your past, obviously, but like things about you, like, you know, how you grew up, like what your expectations is of a relationship and hers. Because if you guys can't meet in the middle, you're going to have a toxic relationship.
Right.
But I was just wondering that, like,
Yeah,
nothing mean against you. Like, I get what you're saying.
Well, I mean, to
I'm
me, you
curious.
make me feel like I was in a committed relationship. I mean, like your picture on Facebook, you know, I like that. You know, you're showing the world, say, hey, look, I'm in a committed relationship. I'm happy with this guy here.
Well, it was you two.
You know what I mean?
It was this or you two?
No,
That-
this is my, I think that's my Facebook one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like, but it's like 5 seconds into my life. Like, you know, I share, and I mean, I'm on TikTok. You don't see my, trust me, you don't see my boobs on my freaking TikTok. But like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good. You
you
know,
see like 15 seconds of, I mean, I get on with where I work. I have to go and like do something like just funny because what I do in real life is stressful. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I mean, I see what you see on TikTok, but some people aren't showing everything out there. Not
Right.
only I've seen more men do that on TikTok than, not saying Mike because his don't. But,
Well, I mean,
Not the ones
I'm
that
sure
you
you
get
wouldn't
for
want to
free.
catch your boyfriend is supposed to be only you seen his package. You wouldn't like him be on there talking to, you know,
But the
them
thing is
across
with
the
me,
country in some speedos, would you?
he can talk to any girl he wants for the simple reason of, I know at the end of the day he's not going to do anything and he's coming home to me. But we have, that's part of a healthy relationship, is knowing that, like, yeah, you can go talk to your chick friends and I can go talk to my guy friends, because where I do for work, it's, yes, it's a lot of females, but we also interact with a lot of city workers,
Right.
and
Well, I
that's
mean,
all males, and we just have that mutual respect. If you have that mutual respect in that relationship, then you're gonna have a healthy one.
well, I mean, like if I was in a relationship, and you know, I do work with some women, but you know, if they got me, you know, the person I'm going out with make me feel uncomfortable because they're trying to accuse me of doing something or going to a gas station or something, and you know, like me, I just start all over. Like it's
No,
just
I get what you're saying. Then you
well,
take
even
that-
going in a restaurant, having dinner with,
yeah.
you know, what I mean, being
Oh, right.
extra nice to the waitress to get good service. You know, kind of joking, just to get the good service. You know what I mean?
There's nothing wrong with that.
And,
But
and they turn it into like I'm flirting with them.
I mean, waitresses flirt with everybody because that's how they get good tips.
Well, I mean, I don't think if a waitress call me honey
That's not flirting. That's just sweet.
or sweetie, I don't think she's like, hey, don't forget to write your phone number down on the bottom of the receipt. You know, I don't look at it that way.
But if someone makes you feel that way, you should, male or female, like you shouldn't be with them. To be honest, because
how-
that's not good for you, and that's not good.
how this lady was treating me.
Then what took you so long to leave?
She wouldn't let me go.
She didn't force you against your will, Joe.
Well, I couldn't. I mean, I told her it was over, man.
I think you sort of enjoyed it too.
No.
No?
I'm talking about. I mean, I'll let you read our messages anytime you want.
Well, that's the reason why I wanted to close with
I
this.
mean,
I
I'm
wanted
not
to
talking
see,
about
I,
Go
you-
back.
and I think that's why Aaron's coming on here too, just to see, you know, like it's not all, you know,
I mean,
her and it's not all you. We just want to see where you can improve, you think, on your next relationship and sort of own up to some things that maybe you've done wrong, vice, you know,
We
versus
could
her.
bring Kelly in, and Kelly could tell us where.
Yeah.
I mean, that's up to Aaron. If Aaron wants to bring
Yeah.
another one or she wants to get off, we can bring another lady in. If you want to stay on, Aaron, you're more than welcome. If you want
Okay.
to, or if you want to ask one more question and then get off, it's up to you.
I just want to ask one more because I'm sorry, I keep talking.
No, you can stay on if you
Yeah,
want.
you're fine, Aaron. We appreciate you being on here.
But and I'm being nice, and I'm not trying to be mean because, like I said, you know,
That's very
we-
appreciated.
we live and learn. But like with your next relationship, I wouldn't do the interview process because I'm gonna tell you now, sex on the first date, sex on your 10th date, sex on your whatever date, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that chemistry that you have with that person. Like, yeah, it's kind of cute, I guess, going like looking at houses. But the point of a date is like getting to know that person. I guess the talk. I'm 36, so this like talking stage is ridiculous to me, but I get it. But it's
What if a,
getting.
what if a guy say, let's just say, you go out and you all into this guy, and you want some kisses. I love him. On the first date or the second date, you want to fill him out. You know what I mean? Not
Um, I don't.
and
'Cause
the guy
I mean,
and the guy pushes you back and say, "Hey, let's just get to know each other, hang out, let's be friends." And there'd be a time and place for that.
but going off of your story, you had sex on the first night and the second night, so you obviously didn't do that.
It was the second.
Second, okay. So
Uh,
you,
okay, I understand, but the chemistry at that point, you know what I mean?
which is all fine and dandy. There's nothing wrong with
I mean,
having
there's women I have like pushed back and say, "Hey, let me get to know you first."
nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're 48 years old. It's 2023. You want to have sex
Yeah.
with someone and not be in a relationship with them? Have at it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
well, it's not about not want to have a relationship. It's about I just want to get to know you as a person.
I mean, that's a good thing. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't be a good thing.
Like
Yeah.
even if your boyfriend said was so far in you and be like, "Hey, let's make our first time something special. Let's go do a trip or something."
I mean, I would be all for it,
Romantic getaway.
but not going on a trip on the second day I've met somebody.
Right.
That to me seems like a horror movie type thing.
Right. It's just where what brought us so close to that is where the mutual friend hooked us up. Like I worked with her friend for over 3 years.
But
to
see, my thing is, okay, so for example, like the mutual friend, they don't see you on a level like that. Say I was friends with Mike, okay?
Right.
I've never met that person in my life, but say I was friends with him for years. Which means I've never dated him, right? So
Right.
the dating side of him could be completely different than the friend side.
Right. Well, I mean, even like these women, like even watching this
Welcome back to the
podcast, I just feel like they can view me. I'm always going to be a dog, or maybe there might be a nice one out there. Well, give me a chance to be a nice guy, or whatever.
But if you want someone to be nice to you, you have to start talking better about women, because the way that because
I
and
mean,
it's
I
just
don't
like
mean
the
to put
big
them out like that, but I mean, I'm not saying all women are bad. I had more bad than good. Let's put
I
it.
saw your pre-interview about the whole hanging out with their junk and their boobs, and that's
Well,
not
yeah.
really appealing.
Well, I know, but when you talk to somebody new, you don't want the third picture to be the privates.
No, I mean, welcome to what it's like to be a woman. We get unsolicited pics all the time.
Right.
But you know what I mean? It's just, if you get that, then block them, because if that's not something that you want, block them.
Well, no, I mean, I'm a guy. I'd like to see it, but
But you can't. But,
you know what I mean.
but don't complain about it then.
I'm not
You-
complaining about it. I just like,
Are you
Yeah.
saying that's just like not what you want to be with forever?
yeah, I like to, when you first start getting to somebody, give them some imagination what they look like or something. Just don't throw them out there.
I mean, I get that.
Let that guy hint around about them or something. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Give him some chemistry or something. Give him
Mystery.
mystery, yeah. A little bit of imagination what they look like. Yeah.
I mean, we get that. Like, that's the whole like old fashioned love. Like, we want to be courted. Like, ask us out on a date, surprise us with flowers, go pick a flower from outside.
Yeah, I just feel like I feel like when
this is
I'm
why I like older.
I feel like when a woman throws it all out there in the first week, it's like getting that baseball, buying a pack of baseball cards, and you're not getting a card that you want. You're just going to throw them cards away, go look for something else.
All boobs look the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
You got to
I don't
fall in
know
love
if
with
they
their
all
soul.
look the
Like it's not
same.
about what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
well, I
It's about
mean,
finding
I mean, you
a
could
soul
be
connection.
Right.
Miss America, or you could be somebody that he's not comfortable dating because your physical appearance or what the energy you
Go ahead and
bring
bring
in.
Kelly in.
Yeah.
You know what I
Bring
mean?
Kelly in the
But-
room.
Yeah, let's just see through.
But when you get past all that, but who's the person are you? Once
Kelly.
he gets past all
Yes.
Okay.
the looks and the personality, what attracted that person to you? You know what I mean?
So, Aaron, we have Kelly on with us as well. I mean, you're more than welcome to stay and talk. And we wanted to bring Kelly in because she was waiting. We have two guests. We have Kelly McCoy and Aaron. So yeah, Kelly, do you got a question? Maybe you and Aaron can sort of team up and go get Joe.
I mean, my biggest
I'm just kidding.
I would say my biggest downfall is in a relationship. I don't really take the time out to have a relationship because where I work a lot.
But that's not that's not the point. The point is, what I don't understand is you said that you were 48, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. So how many kids do you have?
3.
Okay. Do not take offense to this. At the very beginning of your relationship, it was toxic. I mean, am I right? It was toxic.
Yeah, neither one of us
Okay.
can see the red flags.
Okay, so if you saw a little bit of a red flag, why did you even entertain the fact that moving forward?
That's kind of like, I guess because I
Was it? I mean,
I was still intrigued and interested to get to know her.
but was it okay? You said, and I am old fashioned. That's why I asked why I was asking the question of you and Mike both. And the first thing that you said totally had nothing to do with old fashioned love. And it's fine. I mean, I was born in the wrong era, just pretty
I
much.
mean, in the video, I did say we guys like good women.
Well, if that's the case, you just totally everything that you said and everything that you did made you look like an ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of that's guy humor. So, I mean,
Do you realize that 3/4 of Mike's followers, well, more than 3/4 of
Yeah.
Mike's followers are females?
oh, I know.
I mean,
He's a very popular guy.
So all I'm trying to say, and I mean,
he probably seen more vaginas than a guy in my college.
Yeah, my interview will be later. I'll interview myself later. This is about
Oh,
Joe
Lord.
today.
I'll
Do
interview
you
you,
think?
Mike.
Do you think you see more vaginas than?
Can I interview you? I'll interview
I
you.
was gonna say, I think I will be more than happy to interview Mike. I think he's got a long list, but I think right now our main question is you, Joe. Don't
Yeah,
put it on
I-
Mike. It's
I
I wasn't
you.
prepared.
I'll tell you what. When I was 34, 35, I compared myself to Mike.
But you can't. You can't. I mean, you're 48
Well,
years
I'm
old.
I'm not now. I said when I was his age.
But see, that's the case in
I
point.
don't even want to know why.
I was living his life.
But here's the case. The case in point is, I live in good old Missouri. Okay. I am so freaking glad that where I'm from, they don't do this shit because there's no telling the crap that would be brought up on me, my exes, or whatever. And I don't
It's coming.
care.
You live in a small.
Oh,
town?
you shut up.
It's coming.
Tell us a secret.
You live in a small town.
Yes, I live in a small town.
Population below 1,200 people.
Yes.
Oh wow. Well, you ain't got much options.
But you know what? I will be more than happy to. I'm like Mike. You want to know you want to know my past? I'll tell it. But what I'm trying to say, Joe, is you probably are a great guy. You probably are. But everything that you just put out there tonight I was watching, I was on YouTube. That was all women. Do you understand that what you just did totally made yourself look worse than what you probably are?
I'm not worse. I'm good. But I just got tired of the BS over the years.
But do you understand what I'm saying though?
Well, I understand you trying to say I'm just a piece of shit.
No, she.
No, I never said that.
No,
That
she
never
said that you're
once
making
came out of
yourself
my.
look worse than what you may actually be.
Yeah, well, I'm not worse. I just want to be more open.
Well, she's saying that you could probably be a great guy, but the way you answered Mike's questions, you made yourself seem like an asshole. But you could probably not.
Well, most
But
guys are assholes.
Everybody's an asshole.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. I did ask some triggering questions. That
Oh
was
yeah,
part
you
of it. I'm
definitely
sorry.
did.
But
Well,
Well, but no, Mike, you were.
If he asked me some questions about the good ones that I thought, hey, I had some good ones.
Yeah, but
we're
the subject
focused
of
on the
this,
negative
the
at the
subject of
moment.
this was
Oh my
why you
God.
were exposed. That's why I brought you on.
I
Yeah.
understand that, but
That was the
you know,
subject. We can turn it around. We
you
can
know,
talk a little bit
as
more about you.
everybody's saying that was a toxic relationship in the beginning, which neither one of us even acknowledged that, till later on. But
Well,
I mean,
I don't think. Sorry, Joe. I don't think it was. I mean, I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think anybody's a bad person. I think it is. It's just the fact that things happen. Unfortunately, bad things happen. There's nothing you can overcome, but you have to know when to make a comment. And I get it. I mean, I will be the first to tell you I can be the biggest bitch
same.
ever, and I could probably come across as a bitch, but if you're going to truly defend yourself, you're on the show to defend yourself. And the things that you were answering, even whenever I asked about the old fashioned love, the first thing that came out of your mouth was talking about showing tits and showing boot. I mean, all that. How did that have anything to do
well, I
with
mean,
old fashioned love?
Old fashioned love would be, I'll tell you what I think old fashioned love would be.
That's what I wanted to know.
Come to your doorstep and picking you up and, walk with you out to my vehicle and open the door and letting you in and go see a movie,
Not
have some laughs and have a good dinner together and maybe go, if it's clear with the stars out, go see the stars.
But do you see what I'm saying now? That is a totally different aspect of how you answered it earlier. Because you really.
Well, I mean, I probably felt like I was going to get bashed.
No.
No.
Every girl wants. The first answer you gave is not what anybody wants. The answer you just gave is the ideal date.
The answer, like a lot of the answers that you answered from Mike, I understand that you were probably pushing back and being, but you had to be. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say he was on the defense because it was a lot of triggering questions. So,
and it was, but the thing about it is you have to. I mean, you and I, you're 3 years older than me. Okay, there is a time to. Yes, you were on the defense. Mike was asking some very good questions. But, who gives a shit about the crap that these people are saying? Because you know what? Eventually, you have your kids to worry about. You've got to worry about your livelihood and your kids. And that's the biggest thing. I mean, I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm going to go off on a tangent, so I'm going to shut up now.
You're fine. You're fine. Keep talking.
We do appreciate that you're being nice.
I said I was going to be nice. I was not nice earlier, but I'm going to be nice.
Oh, no, I see
guess.
Comments.
I ain't reading.
But
we'll read and see if you need
showing like a different side of him. Like, okay, like, yes, I can be an ass. And Mike was doing the triggering questions that were needed because you were put on that page because of her experience with you.
Right. But I just feel like I didn't belong on a page because the relationship has been over for.
But the thing is, though, that was her view of you.
Yeah.
And you have a view of her. So Mike brought you on to like your side of the story because everyone got to see her side. That's the females. He wanted you to speak up for yourself, that's the whole point of his show, which is great. And
go ahead, Aaron.
Go ahead. I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, if they're going to have a page for women and get out there and expose the bad guys, well, we should be able to expose the bad women or bad.
So
men.
you're
But here's
admitting
the
you're bad?
thing. Okay, but here's the thing. Let me make this comment. I mean, Mike is doing a great job of this because, I mean, he knows he was on there. I mean, I don't even want to know probably the things that's been said about Mike,
Well,
just from following him. But what I'm trying, my case in point is there's a time in our lives that we just have to say, fuck it, ignore it, and go on and just learn from those experiences. And what you did is you were being defensive. Hell, I probably would have done the same thing, but you were making yourself look like a bad person when you should have just said, hey, yes, this was said about me. No, it's not true. This is the person I am. But instead, you were like, well, she does this, she does that, she does this.
yeah,
Which I get it. We're defensive. I mean, I would have done the same thing if I had an ex come at me and saying that I'll tell you I'm a bitch. I'm not gonna lie to it.
I did say something good about her. I said I hope she finds somebody that would be everything she ever wants out of a guy.
Mandy Osborne
But,
says.
but she wouldn't want that out
Oh yeah, I
for
was
me
just
either.
reading that.
Want to read it?
I mean, I can if you don't want
You
to.
know what I mean?
But
I want you to read it. Mandy Osborne. Go ahead. Read what Mandy Osborne says, Zach.
OMG, definitely commitment issues. Plus, you will not take accountability. It just gets circled back to trash talking.
The ex.
Well, I mean,
Aaron and Kelly.
Let me
Right.
read it. Let me read it.
Yeah. You
Oh
got
my
it. I'm
gosh,
looking
definitely
at it.
commitment issues. Plus, will not take accountability. Just get circled back to ex trashing, like you're trashing your ex. Her, yes, Aaron and Kelly, right. You have zero respect for women. It is not guy humor either. You're very much needed of a serious self reflection. Sincerely, not being mean. Your biggest problem in your unhealthy relationship. Sorry. You're confused. Said you liked her, your ex. You say you all had good times. She was great with your kid. We're back and forth for years with your ex. You're guilty too, bub. Amen. Kelly, he's only answering now what he thinks y'all want to hear. He's fake. He's clearly exactly who he was beginning at the beginning of the podcast.
well, no, I'm not fake. I just, I can't air out all my garbage.
But Joe, that's the point. Is you've got to be
I'm not
okay.
even.
I'm all about being vulnerable. That's the thing. And I'm
mean-
not expecting you to just trash yourself, but even like me, there's some shit that one day I'm going to be on a podcast here and I'm going to have to be vulnerable.
I mean, I can't put out the.
It's coming.
I can't even put out the emails, the text messages, everything that she trashed me to the world.
But you know what this
and
looks
she-
like?
and she's still trashing me to this day.
We both.
But you have go ahead,
Go ahead.
Mike.
No, go ahead.
And I guarantee, if I was dating someone or going out with somebody, she will find out who they are. She will be right in their Facebook Messenger, trashing me, sending them pictures,
So you're saying if you started going out with Kelly, she'd be right there in it.
and sending her videos of
What the fuck?
any kind of sexual activity. She would even make it look like I'm seeing her on the side.
What do you have to
Well,
offer?
but
That's
10
what we
hour
want to do.
difference,
I wanted
Mike.
you to be yeah, I get it.
I mean,
My
I'm
my
not-
my
I'm
thing
not-
about this
I'm
is
not reflecting.
what I
I mean-
wanted to do with this. I understand she done her thing, you done your thing. Okay, y'all both had faults. I wanted you to be vulnerable to understand where maybe you was wrong, just like I would. I'll do on myself. Why I'm saying, but I wasn't in a committed relationship here recently, and I don't know why girls put me. I'm not in a committed relationship,
Well, I mean, why did it have to lead?
and
up
I'm not
to-
playing and doing all that. But we'll see. Anyways,
why did it have to lead up to a DVP to get her a restraining order and her putting a tracking?
Because you did not put your foot down. You were how old is she? I mean, I don't even care
Yeah.
who she is.
She said
How old?
to me.
Okay, you guys.
48.
Okay, dude. Okay, I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be rude. You're how old?
I'm 48.
Okay, I'm 45, and there's a time when you say, "Hey, look at me. It's time to grow up."
Well,
Case in point, there's a
think
time
it's a
to
lot more
freaking
respect.
grow.
especially from this podcast.
but
to be vulnerable
you,
and-
you really did not. You don't know the whole story of what I was living with.
That's
and
right.
What I was dealing with. I was also dealing with other issues in my personal life too. That that woman held some some pictures over my head and threatened me with them.
Blackmail.
So
But were these
That's-
cheating pictures? Because you've already admitted you were
They was not cheating pictures.
okay.
No, I mean, I'm not getting in my whole detail of my life.
You don't have to.
But
we
it was
appreciate
to
that
any
you,
kind
you
of
know, were
strangers.
vulnerable and you aired out that
You
laundry.
know, I hate to, get pushed. I got to defend myself.
Well, you felt like you were pushed in a corner on number one from Mike's questions, number one from this female. But here's the thing. And I keep on going back with the age because I'm 45, I'm going through a divorce. I've got issues on my own situation.
You will have future issues with what you do
But
in your marriage.
what I'm trying to say is my whole point about this is there comes a time, and this goes for Mike too. I mean, it goes for any men, goes for females, everything that we've dealt with is comes a time in your life that you have to say, I need to concentrate on who I am truly, and I need to also concentrate on my kids. And case in point, that's what I mean. You can go back and look at every single comment that I made, and I kept on going back to your kids. Here's the thing, Joe, I don't know you. I don't know Mike. I don't know anybody else in this life. I may know one person. You have got to realize there's a time to either continue with the drama, which you probably are, or there's a time to be a dad and a father figure, because I can tell you right now, my dad is 70-some years old and he still looks at me like I'm his little girl, and he does not want me to deal with relationships like what you put yourself out to be. So do you want your kids, your son, your daughter, I don't know if you have girls or boys, do you want them to be in a relationship like you were in that relationship?
Well, no, I don't want none of my kids go through what I went through in relationships.
Then you've got to move on.
I moved on. I stayed single. Yeah, I stayed to myself now, But like I said, nobody's not hearing my voice out when this woman is still hung up on me.
She's irrelevant. You need to focus on your actions because
exactly.
You've got kids that they look up to you, like they notice.
I mean, we can be friends on Facebook. I've seen some of the stuff she sent to other people.
But why are you worried about that? Why are you worried about that when you have your own? I mean, I understand. I get she's probably, I mean, I don't, like I said, I'm so glad that I'm in Missouri because I'm so glad that they don't do this here right now.
They probably
but,
oh man.
I'm just
they would if you add 5 times more than the 1,200 population. There.
Well, you know what? They know my life. Good old Buffalo Mo knows how crazy and how I can be a biggest bitch, so I don't care. So, I'm just saying you need to concentrate on your kids.
Okay. So if you girl or women, I'm sorry, if you women had a bit of an advice to give Joe from what you've heard him talk about in his prior relationships to help maybe improve his life and future relationships, maybe, Aaron can go first and then Kelly or however, whenever y'all are ready. I'd like to hear what you guys could say with some constructive criticism advice.
Well, my advice,
which she's already been saying.
My advice to you when it comes to dating is being transparent. When you're in that talking stage, if you don't want to be exclusive, tell her, because that's the point of dating, is me talking to other people, being exclusive, like explaining, like, I don't want to be exclusive right now. I am talking to other people, or I am sleeping with other people. Give that respect, and she'll hopefully will give you the same respect. Well, I mean, and then if you guys build that chemistry of, hey, like, I really like you, I want this to be exclusive, then make sure that that's mutual exclusive and only date and sleep with her. But if you don't want that, be upfront from the beginning. And if she can't accept that, then she's got to go.
Well, it's not about sleeping with others, It's just,
No, no, I'm just saying because that's part of the dating world right now. Like you're in the dating and not in a relationship. Like dating is meeting different people, talking to them. You don't have to have sex with them, but being upfront with, hey, like when I was on a dating site, my boyfriend now, he's like, oh, are you talking to other people? I said, until we're in an exclusive relationship, yes, I am talking to other people. But if you want it to be just us two, I can do that. But that is a respect. And it goes,
I never got that. So, I mean,
I'm just saying as an example.
I got before, I'm going to tell you this one girl I was going out with, and I was seeing her every day pretty much. And I went out of town for the weekend. On the way back, and I stopped and got me something to eat and got on Facebook. It popped up. She was in a relationship that day. She got in a relationship with another guy.
But you guys,
And I'm thinking, hell, I've been seeing you for 3 or 4 months. And
did she say that we're in an exclusive relationship? These are the key words: as exclusive relationship.
I mean, I just feel like, she never brought it up.
But did you bring it up?
No, but I was seeing her every day, talking to her every day.
Were you
But
also
you didn't bring it up.
Were you also talking to? That's what I'm saying is open communication of this is the dating.
I know, but if girls out there, sleeping with guys and having a relationship without a commitment, but also doing it with the other guy.
A relationship is where both people know that they're in the relationship. And
Right.
that's the dating part. I mean, this is the 2023 version, and it sucks. Like this dating era, like I said, I'm 36.
Correct.
Different,
I mean, I understand it's 2023, but
but you gotta have that open.
Would you like your boyfriend?
But my boyfriend and like I said, when my boyfriend and I was on Tinder, I was on Bumble here in Charleston, and I told him I was talking to other people on the app until he wanted to make it exclusive. We did that.
Well, like I said, I never had that. I never had that.
But okay, but if out in the real world, same concept. Just I don't know. I don't go out. So you know what I mean? Same concept. Unless you both say, hey, it's exclusive. That's my only advice is be transparent if you're talking to multiple girls.
Yeah, I never.
And vice versa.
I never got a chance to draw straws, so. So I mean.
Oh boy.
You're digging yourself in a hole yet again.
No,
No, I'm saying about the other one.
I'm hoping to close out. That's why I'm trying to give some advice and maybe
I think if you do that, you'll be great. I'm done.
she's done it. All right. Was that Aaron?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on. You're more than welcome. You can leave at any time or stay on. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
Thank you. She was awesome. Thank you, Aaron. Now we got Kelly. Kelly, did you already say your advice for him? Kelly,
I think, I agree with Aaron, but if you truly want a relationship, you do have to communication is the key. You have to communicate with them, and another thing is we are at that day and age where I don't know what date it was, but you went to go look for houses. Don't do that. Coming from a hopeless romantic right now, I will tell you that's the first thing I'm going to think is that
that girl was a hopeless romantic kind of girl.
But you don't. That's what I'm saying, Joe. You probably. It's great, but don't do it after the third because that woman is going to cling to that for a very long time.
She's still clinging. she hangs out a couple blocks away from my work still.
I'm just saying you've got to be. I'm with Aaron 100%. Is communication. If you want a serious relationship, you need to tell them. If you're just wanting to date.
My relationship with this girl we're talking about, it turned to like a Kathy Bates story.
Well, it sounds like you both were in the wrong.
Luckily I didn't get my shins broken.
Oh my God.
So, and tied to the bed. So,
Okay, be upfront and honest. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna dig yourself in a hole.
Or the West Virginia Fatal Attraction story.
All right.
Oh my
so we're gonna
God.
close this up because it's been a long time. I got to get
It
back.
has been.
It's been fun.
2.5 hours almost, but it has been fun. Yeah.
Kelly, thank you for coming on. She already leave.
Yeah, Kelly left. but
Okay,
we
so-
want to say thank you to both guests.
Aaron and Kelly,
Aaron and
really
Kelly.
appreciate it. This was our first live, guys. We're gonna get better with this. Obviously my questions are gonna get better. I'm gonna not try to overtalk in some areas. I know I've overtalked you sometimes.
It's okay.
And Joe,
I mean,
this
I
is
just feel like I have
this
to
is-
defend myself.
I know,
all
and
the
I
way.
feel like you feel like everybody's coming at you. I don't want you to feel like even me. I asked you triggering
mean-
questions that you had to defend yourself. Okay.
I just feel like these girls was want me to say, "Yo, it's my fault."
What do you
Oh,
expect? I mean, with what you were saying and how you were answering some things. I think if you would have been, taking a little bit of accountability and responsibility on
mean,
some things instead of just you
have
deflect it.
ended.
You sorted it, then you would turn it right back around and deflect it on her. Honestly, I would love to get her on one day and you guys debate it, but that's the reason why I did this. I want two stories to all this, relationship
but
drama
what I'm
and
trying to
learn
say-
from it.
what I'm
learn
trying to
from
say,
it.
w- when a woman say, "Hey, Mike, I don't want to see you no more," it's toxic, it's bad, but you still come, you come back around. You stop by my work and give me tutors.
Well, I get it. It's hard to
You
to
know,
do
what
that
do you-
sometimes, but like I said, if if you've tried it a couple times and it still ends up, you finally got to say, hey,
and she says, "Well,
you got to put your foot down, Joe.
let me see my we could be friends." Then the friendship.
You know where that leads to, though.
I know, but the friendship works for a while. Then she thinks,
If I talk to her about it, she gonna say the same thing about you. She gonna say the same thing
Well,
about
you
you.
know-
Is she gonna say stuff that you try to get? I'm just asking.
I'll
I'm
tell you
asking.
what. I forward.
I'm not saying. I'm
I will
asking.
forward all the emails to you,
Uh,
and if you.
I
wanna
just
sit-
want her to come on the show and you guys talk about it. I would love to have a
If-
second episode follow up.
If you
Maybe
want-
you guys could work it out.
We would probably have to put them in like virtual.
No.
just
I'm
in
talking about
case.
he can come in and she can be on the phone. I don't want them
okay.
together.
Yeah.
I gave
if
her an
you-
opportunity to talk tonight.
please read the emails and tell me I'm in fault.
And the thing about this is this is not like I didn't bring you on here just to bash her and like, oh, the guy's got a story too. I told you about that. I wanted you to tell your story. You have freedom of speech without really degrading or defaming or slandering somebody by name and doing stuff. I wanted to hear your side of the story and give you an opportunity to have a voice because you was exposed on this Facebook group. I was too. I'm giving guys a chance to tell their side of the story, but also I'm giving you a chance to be vulnerable with yourself, know what you did, if you've done some things wrong, to accept accountability and responsibility. It's okay to defend yourself where you need to defend, but just as well as I do, there were some things in that relationship you could have done better. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you would have admitted that and accepted responsibility for it, there would have been a lot of women out there like, I'm cool with that.
Well, right, but she made it like, in the beginning when I commit to her, she held that accountable to me the whole time, like marriage vows. You know what I mean? It's just like,
But you kept doing it though, Joe. Like you stayed in the relationship, even though you're saying what she's doing is asking you to come back, and you're saying she love bombed you basically. She's breadcrumbing you. She's telling you.
well, I know, but when I
But you got-
totally block her or ignore her, she shows up to my bedroom window and knocking, telling me get the fuck out of the fucking bed and answer the fucking door, or come by my work and be loud and obnoxious to get me to come out there, sit in the car, and
I would say when that happened, what did you do? What was your actions
I
that you
went
took
out-
after
I
that?
went
Did you feed into
outside.
it?
I went outside and dealt with it.
What do you mean by
Well,
dealt with it? Did you feed into
When
it?
she told me to get out there and get out in her car, I went out there and got in her car to hear what she had to say.
So you fed into it.
Yeah.
Why?
Or she then not only that.
Yeah,
she,
but what point?
she was wanting to bitch me out for being a fucking jackass. But here I got you some breakfast. Here, eat that, and that show how appreciation I am with you in my life. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, I feed you to get you out here.
So what you're saying? She's basically. I mean, he's basically saying sort of like some narcissistic qualities, which she said that you had to.
Read the emails. Read the emails.
Are you saying that she's all at fault here? Nothing on you.
I'm not saying. I said we're both at fault because I let it go on way too long, and I had some other personal issues going on at the time.
I don't care about the other personal issues. I'm asking you, You're saying the only fault you had is you let it go on too long. You didn't do nothing wrong in this relationship besides let it go on too long.
Well, I think, yeah, I let it go on too long.
Would
I mean,
that
that's
have
it.
avoided the cheating if you had broke off things when you first felt it?
I mean, if a woman says, "Hey, I don't know your name, but
Zach.
come and get your stuff and your daughter's stuff out of my garage,"
Yeah.
and you take your bed cover off your truck so you can put your daughter's Power Wheels and whatever she's got in, and you drive off, wouldn't that mean it's over?
I would assume so.
Not show
yes.
up 2 weeks later with some tutors and telling me to get my ass out in the car.
But
Yeah.
why did you
I
go
would
back?
assume that
And
things are over.
when I started having a relationship with another woman, or started seeing another woman, and then she turns around.
So what do you do? Wait a minute. I'm stopping you. What do you do if she comes brings you breakfast? The tutors. What does she say? Do you want to get back in a relationship? Is that what she's saying, or what?
No, I mean,
Or it
I
was
didn't
just
care.
like open ended. There was.
I mean,
no-
I let her say whatever she needed to say, but I'm gonna take the meal she bought me and she gave it to me. I'm gonna go eat it.
But it sounds like y'all were in a pretty long relationship, off and on. So what did you do?
Yeah,
You
it
went
was
back
off
and
and
did
on.
it all again, like it was a
Yeah,
cycle.
Yeah, it just turns back to the same old BS.
So both of you are guilty.
Yeah, we give in to each other.
So just a toxic ass relationship. Both of you is guilty.
It works good until the control. She wanted to have that control.
You didn't do that to her. You didn't, like, if there was a time. Just say this, Joe. Say that y'all was in a broke up, like y'all was broke up for a period of time. You didn't text her. You didn't go to her work and say, "Hey, I miss you," or "I sent you a text." You never did that.
I never showed up at her work.
Well, all right. Well, you didn't text her and say, "I miss you."
I don't know. I really don't know. Seriously,
Do you think you did?
I'd probably say something in so many words.
So you'd get her attention somehow.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? How it's
Oh,
on
I
both sides.
understand.
That's what I'm trying to get at, and I think a lot of women would respect you if you would own up and say, "Hey, I
can't
did wrong,
say.
and she
Maybe-
did wrong."
I don't think I ever come out and say I miss you, but in some way,
You got her
sometimes-
attention.
So many words I probably said.
You probably.
you conveyed that you wanted.
It could
her
be as
company
something
in
as
some
simple
way.
as, "Hey, did you see the game tonight?" Maybe her favorite team was playing. Did you see the game? They won. That's getting her attention. If y'all hadn't been talking in a while,
Okay,
so
well,
you're getting her attention to
maybe
go
I
back
s-
all again.
Maybe I sent her a house that's for sale and be like, I did hook her up with my neighbor and it's selling his house. I mean, but
You see what I'm
you were
saying?
trying to help her like career wise.
yeah, I didn't use that as a get back in scheme with her. I still was wanting the relationship to be over.
You just wanted to be on good terms with her.
Yeah, we tried that good terms, be friends with each other. It
It
just
did not work out.
It always lead to that.
All right.
I mean, she's always been nice to my daughter.
It sounds like a karmic partnership
Joe.
to me.
You were exposed. We talked about it. Sorry about all this. Here's your camera before it goes off. You get to talk to the world, to say whatever you want. This is the end of it. I'll give you a minute. We're gonna close this out.
A minute.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
I-
a matter of fact, I'll get off the stage.
I really don't know what to say.
No, I'm saying this is it.
To the future.
right there. Yeah, talk to your future.
What would you tell your future self to be better?
Well, don't go back to your bad habits. For one.
Right here. You got
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't
the
go
camera's
back to
right
the
there.
bad habits, and do not let toxic people in your life.
That's it. Don't go back to your bad habits. Don't let toxic people. If you had okay, that's fine.
Even if someone out there would like to get to know me,
Yeah. What are some good things?
I'm a great guy. I'm a hard worker. I take care of my children, and I mean, like a good potential if you're the one.
How can they get a hold of you?
Look me up on Facebook. My name's right there.
Joe Schwab.
Yeah, Joe Schwab.
I don't think we spell it right. Can you spell it?
I mean, I can put it up on the screen now.
SCHWAB.
There you go. SCHW.
Charles Schwab.
Yeah.
I mean, even the one who exposed me spelled my last name wrong.
Play the outro. All right, you heard it from Joe. EM Chandler Show signing out finally. It was our first live show. We'll see you. What do you think? What do you think?